Woohoo! We're live. It worked? Did it work? Are we live? Hi chat. Hi everyone. Good way to start the stream. Hi everyone. Welcome to tonight's attempt, question mark, to run a wonderful one-shot adventure with our special guest that I have a command in chat. I came prepared, guys and gals. Tonight we have, in no particular order, alphabetical order actually, Karani, Swirly Eye, Booty23 aka Meldor, and Wizard138 aka we'll figure it out in a second. Let's turn down this music here because nobody wants to hear it anymore. Let's see if professional grade streaming right here. Doubt it. Cool, guys, you can feel free to unmute yourselves and like say hi.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hi. Cool. So tonight's is going to be a first for me. Long-time DM. First, if anybody's ever, if you're first time tuning in, though, there's probably nobody watching right now. Just enjoy it for what it is. Pretend this is your home game. There are going to be a lot of mistakes, a lot of fun, and that's okay. As long as Wizard, Karani, Swirly, and Hootie are having fun, I don't really much care. Feel free to chime in, chirp in, throw some ideas out there, which I will probably promptly ignore. That's also okay. So, with no further ado, I will ask you guys to introduce yourselves maybe briefly, as if we can find you anywhere on social media or anything, or, you know, like 2-second blurb about you. If you want, we'll start with the bottom up with the most handsome person on stream. Wizard?
Well, actually, I don't know if I have longer hair than Mel, but maybe I'm the longest haired person on stream currently. Maybe that's what you're going with in your order.
I mean, hang on. Wait. It's possible that I have you beat.
Anyway, I'm Wizard138. You can find me at twitch.tv/Wizard138. Thank you, Rackham, for putting on a D&D session, and I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun.
I think the command is !SO. Hell yeah! It worked! Brap! I'm the best. Hootie, you're next. The second most handsome person on the stream.
Hi, everybody. I'm Meldor, and I don't have a presence on social media, so you cannot find me there. I think I do have longer hair than Wizard, but nowhere near as curly and luscious, so I'm jealous.
Next up, we've got the most fun, what game did he just finish today that was like the most moving? So I don't know what it was called, but that was dope. We've got Swirly Eye.
Yeah, I'm Swirly Eye. You could find me on Twitch /Swirly Eye, and I want to thank Rackham again for hosting this.
Set your expectations low. And finally, but certainly not least, last but certainly not least, we have Karani. Hello, Karani.
Hi guys, I'm Karani. I'm one of Wizard's moderators, and I don't have any social media. I'm kind of boring. That's okay.
No, Karani, you're awesome. Also, remind me if anybody gets out of hand in chat, Karani will come and swiftly kick your ass. So we're clear. Cool! And I will not introduce myself because, you know, it's just me watching my own stream, so Rackham, you're awesome. Let me just hype myself up. You're the bomb. I am the bomb. Thank you. You're welcome. So, let's get started and jump right in tonight's one-shot adventure, The Desert's Breath. I will read a little blurb, and we will get started. In the eastern lands of Aussie, bordering the Opalese Desert, life was never easy. The roads between outposts were often treacherous at the best of times. Having been handsomely paid by the Merchants Guild of Manraset, keep the trade routes safe, a group of adventurers known as the Cutting Edge are making their way to the near town of Kadal, when, unless a pharaoh blight, something untoward catches your nose. Before you, a craggy landscape, some 10 miles away from the nearby desert, and the scent of iron and burning flesh catches your nose the less. The sight before you, a bridge on which a cart has been toppled, and multiple shapes are strewn about, darkening the landscape before. What would you like?
I will relay this information to the group, and we need to move up.
All right. I've just so for all in terms of movement, you guys are still kind of new to Foundry. You can click your characters and move around. Click, use the arrow keys. Every five, like every square is like 5 feet of. And I didn't set up any walls. Feel free to move about. Easily enough, as you come closer, the smell gets stronger. You can now clearly see abutting against the cart, and in the little chasm that has fallen beneath as you take a look around, what is obviously remains of humanoid shapes. Mostly, though, what seems to be left are the armor. There is a very nice breastplate that's left against one of the carts, or against the cart, but not much else to speak of. Maybe some leather tongs that are left, boots, but not much in the way of flesh and bone. And over this macabre visage that presents itself to you, you hear the soft whimpering and whispering, not too far from maybe across the chasm, a voice that is seemingly fitful and muttering.
Does it seem like this was a robbery, or is it more like an animal attack because they left the armor and maybe ate the people?
I mean, you can. What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Are you looking to look at the bodies? Are you just standing at a distance and observing?
Yeah, I wanna get a bit closer, but not too close in case they're still under attack. And I wanna just kind of assess whether or not I think this was an animal versus a person attack, just based on the scene.
Sure. So as you approach, you can give me just a general investigation check. First roll of the night, investigate. Natural 20. That's a way to start the night, guys. That's a way to start a one-shot with a nat 20. Sure, as you approach towards the cart and you see the armor that's sort of lonked against it, there is a helmet that's sort of fallen on the side, there's a blade that's on the ground, and the one thing that really catches your eye is the amount of dust that is sort of stuffed inside of there. Just fine sand that's just encrusted, and the bodies that are below as well that you look around, sort of in the same condition. It looks like there's just armor, a spear that's just, laid on its side. Across the way, though, your eyes do catch 2 camels that are sort of fretfully going back to and fro against like a cliffside, and near there, a sort of huddled down shape in white robes that's covering their head and sort of shaking and muttering and rocking back and forth.
I will point out that figure to the rest of the team, just to alert them to it.
It's rocking back, and you hear. It's hard to make out the voice specifically what it's saying, but it's muttering.
I'll move closer.
Sure. Easily enough, you pass across the bridge. There are some crates and stuff inside the cart as you walk by. It looks like it's filled of, as you can tell, it's like junk and rubble. Stones that have weird sort of sigils across them. Almost like fossils as well. And as you push past the cart, which you see, Alessa, if you want, the figure is completely unresponsive. It is not reacting to your approach. It is sort of rocking back and forth in the corner. And this is, I'll ping it for you on the map. This one here.
That one?
Yeah.
What's the one in front of me? Is that just a body?
The one that's directly in front of you is just like the armor that is filled to the brim now that you can see up close with sand. And beneath your feet and on the cart itself, which at a distance you couldn't necessarily make out, like, it looks like there's just a ton of sand that's just like been placed inside the cart. The crates have been cracked. and sort of smashed to the side. Some urns that have been broken as well.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'll go up over the cart. It's fine by me.
You break it for the things, but they're worthless anyway, you're sure.
Yeah.
In front of you, the body that's left, there's like these reddish robes, and to the side, then the figure hearing you. You're not trying to be discreet, right?
No.
Yeah, the voice and the figure sort of lifts their eyes, and you can see that it's a woman, that in the sense, maybe in her early 50s, hard to say, and she's just, her eyes are wide open, she's terrified, and she's holding something, clutching something to her breast, rocking back and forth.
I'll approach, but slowly, in a non-threatening order.
Sure. Do you say anything to this person?
We're here to help you. May I come closer?
She looks at you. Are you breathing?
Am I breathing?
Yes.
Yes, I breathe.
Sing a song.
On the road to nowhere.
Alright, that's pretty good. Yes, you may approach. Slowly, please. And as you make your way forward, she is sort of looking up at you, not standing, and sort of fearful. And she just prods you with her finger, just kind of pokes your leg, just to make sure. Oh, you're real! And she stands up and just kind of immediately hugs you. If you let her.
Yep, I'll comfort her back.
Oh,
Can you tell me what happened here?
it was terrible. Who are you? What does she see before her?
Okay, so Alessa is a medium-sized humanoid. She is 5'9". She wears gleaming silver armor, heavy armor. She wields a mace and a shield. She's got raven black hair, ivory skin, and icy blue eyes.
Okay. To note, by the way, Karani, you will also notice that you have a necklace that wasn't in an inventory before, that is there with 3 beads attached to it. We'll do that later. You have amazing armor, I must say. Keeping an armor that well in the desert, I'm sort of impressed through my shock right now. Sorry, I'm Seshida. I am part of the group of archaeologists. We were returning on our way to Manraset, and were beset by the howling winds, an endless swarm of heat and sand and dust and beasts and insects and she begins to sort of cry in your arms.
I'll comfort her as best I can.
What are the rest of you doing? Topik, what are you doing?
I was taking notice of the cart.
Sure.
And sort of muttering under my breath, wow, they do a really good job with this, don't they? These are like really high level adventurers.
Oh my god, I forgot about this guy.
And then as I'm moving forward, moving forward sort of not super carefully, but also not like more in awe of everything around me.
Well, you saw
wow,
this
stuff is...
You saw this human walk in front of you, just like traipse over these crates and stuff.
Yeah, like it's incredible to Topik how much detail was put into this sort of setup, and just very, very much in awe of wow, I've never seen anything like this before. This is crazy. They even got the smell right. That's wild. And then as I get to the edge of this is a bridge, I'm assuming, right? This is
a sort of a bridge that is spanning over this chasm. Beneath you in the chasm, these armor pieces and robes and bits of bone that you see barely sticking out. The smell is on point. This really smells like burned flesh and blood, and wow.
What is this thing right here?
That is red robes that are scattered.
Okay.
There is and it looks like there might have been a horse here once upon a time, and there is in the remains what looks to be a book that is tattered and sort of split, like open on some pages.
Like, so I guess I would see Alessa talking to the lady. I mean, I assume I can see them from here.
Yes, you can hear the sort
Um,
of hug that they're having right now.
But I mean, if I see the book first, I would say, "Oh, this is probably a clue, isn't it?" And like go over to the book and see if I can pick it up and see if there's anything interesting in it.
Sure, you pick up a book, and in it, as you quickly peruse through it and start thumbing through just a series of maps, some hieroglyphics of a kind, and it just looks like a series of numbers of depth, days. You can give me a quick investigation check.
Okay.
Behind you scurrying is the... Oh yeah, this is just probably a prop. It's just a bunch of stuff that just like means nothing. Some off-camera person probably went way too far with this.
Excellent. I would start heading over to Alessa then, but I don't know what other people are doing. I don't want to go too far.
That's fine. Behind you, scurrying maybe quietly, semi-quietly, I'm not sure, a smallish greenish figure. Huck. What are you doing?
Hey. So I'm kind of paranoid, and I have my bow drawn, just kind of keeping overwatch, scouting, just making sure everything's okay. He's got like a low growl going on every time the stranger is going in for a hug for Elisa. So he's just keeping an eye, and he's just going, and then every time they go for a hug, he just kind of has the bow slightly drawn because he's not sure about the situation yet.
Aiming at the Sashida lady.
Yeah, at the only person that he could see right now.
There are two camels that are like by the over where you can see them on the map over here. They're like, I don't know what a camel sounds like, but that's what it sounds like in my world. A vague mix of cow and anger. Okay, so you're keeping an eye out. Give me a general perception check, Hawk.
Yes, I know how to do that.
So double click your character.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the list of attributes, right? And one of them is perception. Click perception. Okay, 18. Nice. Yeah, again, the same sort of thing hits you. There's just like sand everywhere, and you guys are about 5 to 10 miles in from where the desert is. You're abutting the desert, you're not super far from it, but strangely there's an overabundance of sand just in this area that just coats the ground, the cart, and the chasm beneath. Now you can see that there's quite a bit of like a somewhat of a sand dune. And behind you, keep coming up in the rear, is Meldor. Meldor, what are you doing?
So Meldor is still pretty cautious, a little bit worried that this doesn't seem to be caused by any man-made action or even animals. So I'm going to use my primeval awareness to try to sense if there are any other types of creatures nearby who might have been a part of this.
Okay,
So,
that allows you to do is Fey, Fiends. What else?
it's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead within 1 mile.
Okay. So as you focus your energy, what does your magic look like, Meldor? Can you give me like a sense of color?
It's definitely green, hunter green.
So as you close your eyes, it's very much like a sonar. Your eyes and your sense kind of expands from your mind, hits the ground, and sort of this wave that hits and begins to coat everything around you. And it extends, your awareness expanding all around you, pushing, pushing, and there's absolutely no ping that sets off. Within a mile of you, there is nothing untoward.
Okay, well, I will start to keep watch on this side of the bridge then, just to make sure nothing might come upon us from behind.
What you hear is Sashida having a conversation, this woman who's having a conversation with Alessa in the corner. It came out of nowhere. We were on our way back to the Lyceum to study the things that we had retrieved from the dig site. And this wave of darkness appeared, and it was very spooky. And this is why I'm using words like darkness and wave. And the next thing I know, I hear the sound like a meat grinder, like the buzzing of 1,000 flies filled my ears, my eyes. I ran to the side, and by the time it was all done, it took moments, I heard a voice bellowing over all of it, angry. When I looked around, This was the mess that I saw. I retrieved this in my panic. And she pulls, she was holding something that she kind of pulls closer to you, Alessa. She retreats a little bit. And it's this sort of tarnished golden rod that has this has like a set of wings that are sort of engraved in it, and a visage that is like a golden mask, that like a golden mask relief with two wings sticking out on the sides. We have other things in the cart. I don't know. Can you help me get all these things? I'm not even sure what to do with this. Do I bring it back to town? Do I leave it here? I'm terrified.
I think we need to take it back where you got it from.
I mean,
You might have triggered a curse.
I think you need to relax. This is a lot of work what we went through. I don't know about this bringing it back to where we got it from, you know? It's far from here. What are you talking about, bringing it back? I did my studies and, you know, and all of this. Like, wait, suddenly I got throw it away because a couple people die? I mean, yes, it's sad and everything, but come on.
But will your studies mean anything to anybody if you die in the process?
Good point. Yeah, I think good point. I like to live. It's been fun. I like to keep doing it. And as she's sort of going back and forth with you, from the scepter, a voice comes across. It is deep, and I won't do it justice because I'm not a voice actor and I don't crap. But it does say, "You have." Is that my voice? Is that? Sorry, I had a frog in my voice. Sorry, that sounded terrible. That's mine. I want it back. You have my stuff, and I kind of want it back, or this sort of thing is going to happen again.
Does she hear the voice too, or is it just me?
All of you hear this voice that's coming out of the scepter, and she looks to her eyes freak out and she drops it.
Yep, just what I thought.
My character runs over there.
Okay, you see like a golden rod on the ground. Some kind of prop, probably. Just
Oh, that's so cool. Can you make it do it again? Do it again.
I'll pick it up.
am I talking to myself? Nobody's responded to me. Hello? I can see you. I can literally see you right now.
I grab the end of it and try to look at the end of it, see if there's something I can see.
Give me an investigation check.
I said I wanted to pick it up.
No, you're holding it, and I'm grabbing the other end of it.
Oh.
10. Looks like a gold rod. It might be like painted gold. Hard to say. You're not sure if it's real gold. It's definitely tarnished. Like it's got like a coating of sand that's like really encrusted in it, and like maybe some green like stuff that's going over the top of it. And Sashida, this is a very valuable scepter. Obviously, it's a big deal, but and the voice says, "All right, listen. I'm gonna flay all of you, like literally all of you. I will send all that stuff that I did before. I'll do it again. Just bring this stuff back to me, because it's mine, and I was buried with it, and I'd like to have it back."
You have a name.
Do you have a name?
You can call me Alessa.
Alright, you can call me Alessa. You can call me Khadgar.
Can I do a history check on a Khadgar?
You sure can. You're sort of pondering, and Sashida, you seem to remember something about like a local ruler, like eons ago, maybe, and Sashida will fill in, "That is the voice of a ruler from a long time ago, like eons ago. He ruled part of the desert. We were investigating his dig site. It makes sense. There's a pyramid we were digging through. We've been there for months. Our expedition was funded by the Lyceum. Arkitan paid a lot of money for us to be going out there and digging, and finally we found something. This feels like maybe it's a trick. I don't know. I can hear.
My character's gonna use his dice set.
Okay, what are you doing with your dice set?
Just rolling them. Oh, I don't think that we should go down there. That doesn't seem like a very good idea.
What are you guys doing, Meldor? Puck, you're hearing this exchange. Like, the voice coming from the scepter is not subtle or quiet.
Oh god. I am gonna start checking in the wagon to see what else these people dug up from this tomb or whatever it is that this guy came from.
As you start looking through some pottery, some like fossilized food that's been sitting in there for a hot minute, just, you know, masks, things that urns, what might have been pouches of spices once upon a time. What is clearly also like mummified organs.
Is this I'll kind of call out to Khadgar generally. Is this your body? That's awkward.
I don't want to talk about it. I just want you to bring it back. Right? Because I'm going to curse you. That's basically... Here's the deal. I'm gonna curse you, and then you bring it back, and then I don't curse you. Right?
Poke will be hiding underneath the wagon.
Okay.
Cat's curse, Poke. Poke, hide!
Poke, you're hiding. Under the cart. Easily. You just duck under the cart. Sashida says, well, maybe we don't have to return the scepter. There's other ways of doing things. And the scepter goes, I can literally hear you. I'm right here. I'm right here. You're doing nothing for me to not see or hear you. And I can talk. Hello, I'm here.
Poke is whispering now. Oh.
Okay, well, I mean, even where I come from, we leave the dead buried, and we respect that. So I feel like we should bring this stuff back.
Agreed.
Now, maybe you should just tell us where you got it from.
Well, Sashida will pipe up with, we got it from the pyramid. I mean, they're not saying wrong things. It's literally 3,000 years old. Nobody's there. Who knew that in a magical setting, digging around the pyramid to do archaeology could have some unintended consequences? Nobody told me. But you know,
Wait,
there are other...
you guys got access to a pyramid to do this? This is so cool. Yeah, okay, I guess we'll go there. That's fine. Makes sense.
No, but hear me out, she says, like, hang on. Saying that, and then she literally, like, grabs, like, she puts her hand over the scepter and, like, in an attempt to, like, blind it and cover it. There, maybe to just purify, and then we can keep it because we need to study it. There are important reasons why we need to study it. And the scepter goes, I can't see, but I can still hear. You know, I have a mouth. She looks to you like pleadingly, Sashida, to you, Alessa.
Is it possible to study it there?
Well, I wanted to stop hearing us. Don't know how to make it stop. Make it stop.
Put it back.
Where? I don't have a bag. Do you have a bag?
No, put it back where it belongs. Maybe it'll stop listening to us in our conversation. You know, when we leave it there and walk away.
Yes, you're dealing with very old magic here. This is a curse. If you take it any further, you will most likely die.
No, definitely. Definitely you will die. For sure. And she said, listen. The reason we went for all this digging is they are saying that this is the source of the rot that is attacking our city. Manra said, done. We're hoping to examine this in the laboratory, in the alchemist lab, extract from it, and be able to develop an antibody, some kind of cures to this disease. If we don't retrieve this, then we're back to square one. We have no way to progress forward. There is an abandoned temple, they say, in the heart of the desert to Pelor. Perhaps we could purify this there and remove the curse. And why should we listen to spirits of the dead who have no relevance to our world today? I beg of you, please. This is important work. Help me, not Khadgar. And the scepter retorts, I mean, no, help me, definitely help me. I would literally curse you and kill you, and I would expand the desert until I get it back. So I mean, really.
Would we be aware of what she's mentioning?
Yes, it's common
regarding to the
knowledge that
rot?
yeah, it's common knowledge in the area that there is a disease that is like almost like a leprosy-like disease that is spreading, and they have had the priests, the local druids have all sort of tried to resolve the situation and have been completely unable to.
I'm gonna pull on Elisa's cape or robe, and he's just gonna say, "Money," asking for a reward, essentially.
I'll toss him a gold piece.
The voice from the scepter goes, "Your knee? What? What's wrong with your knee?"
Money. And then he kind of just goes up and to the stranger. Sorry, has she said her name yet?
She did. She introduced herself as Sashida. I'll type it in chat just so you can have it.
And he'll just kind of have his hand out. Money.
What's wrong with your knee?
And he's just gonna kind of go into a growling stance.
I know a great doctor in Tamanrasat who could look at your knee, fix it, no problem.
Money.
I think what our friend is trying to say is payment.
Oh, money!
Money.
Ah, you have a very strong accent. I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand you. Yes, of course. Arkitam is worthy beyond measure. He will be happy to pay you for assistance. In fact, if... I tell you what, when we're done with the scepter, you can just have it. Boom. It is pure gold, probably worth like 2,000 gold. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. And I will beg Arkitam to pay you even more money. How much money? All the money.
I mean, maybe not payment in a cursed scepter.
Fine, we keep the cursed scepter. First of all, we haven't determined it's completely cursed. I think we're making a lot of leaping of conclusions and assumptions. Secondly, 12,542 gold.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to my group. I'll walk over.
The
and-
scepter is also shouting, I will pay you. I will also pay you. I have countless treasures within my pyramid.
Is this a bidding situation where
It seems
go
like.
one up each other?
But the thing is, I would just not kill you. Right? Like money. But what is money to a dead person?
I have no use for money anyway.
I like you. Is the one they call Alyssa.
What about this, guys? What if we do both? We can take the scepter back to the pyramid, and Shishida can go and collect an alchemist, meet us there, try to investigate it in its setting. So we've appeased Khadgar, we brought it back. We're also trying to get rid of the rot. Shishida brings the gold. All good.
It took a team of like 20 of us to get there to get set up. I'm not sure that... no. It is not doable. Look, they're all dead. Literally, they're all dead. Look around you.
Yeah, but I don't know who they are, but I don't think you know us.
No,
Have you heard of the cutting edge before?
She's looking...
I mean-
what does she see when she talks to Meldor? What does Meldor look like?
So she will see a bit of a standoffish elder elf. So very pointy ears, long blonde hair, kind of an air of a little bit better than you. You can tell he's not from around here, and he's definitely been around longer than you have.
This
And he carries a big longbow, dresses in green.
At that she'll say, "I'm very distracted by the goblin that's running back. Are you over caffeinated? What's happening to you?"
Oh, no good with number. He think.
What does she see when she sees Pock, by the way?
It's just a goblin in tattered clothes and like scrap light armor. He looks like he just grabs everything off the ground and like wears it, and his face is always dirty somehow. Even if he's in the city for weeks, he's just always finds a way to get himself dirty.
Okay, and you have an animated shield on you. Is it attached to you? Is it floating around you?
I have an animated shield on me.
Mm-hmm. It's a gift.
I have a gift?
Yes. So,
For me?
Yes, you have a shield that's on you that has a magic phrase that you need to pick, or a sentence or a word, and when you do so, the shield comes to life and spins around you. So come up with a word and maybe what that shield looks like. Surprise! You have presents. Sashida will look past you, Pock, in the meantime to Meldor. You're an elf. You live basically forever, and our problems are not always your problems. So, no disrespect, I have never heard of you, and your standoffish attitude is not very welcome, to be quite honest.
I mean, that's completely fine, but that stands to reason that we're going to pick up this scepter and walk it back to where it belongs, because we've seen what it's done to you and your crew, and we don't really want that to happen to ours. Like I said, I have been around for a long time and kind of want to keep being here.
All right.
I will say, oh, but I picked up this book. Maybe it has something interesting in it. I don't know. It kind of just looks like somebody drew in it, but maybe somebody else can figure out something.
Can I see it?
Sure.
I'll hand it over.
So the book is clearly, it's got like this purple sort of outer cover. It feels like leather. Give me a quick investigation check, Alyssa, please. 13. Good enough. First, you recognize that the outer, the book and the inside pages are made of flayed skin. And the hieroglyphics and depictions of the pyramid predate whoever had this book, which you know Sashida will tell you was a scholar named Barnonius. Barnonius had this book that was retrieved from the Lyceum, and it contains a series of what looks to be incantations, perhaps, a map of the general area around the pyramid, spots that are clearly marked as if they were treacherous, and step-by-step approach on how they got to digging and discovering where the pyramid was, excavating it, and the various things that they have begun finding. And towards the back end of the book is like where his writing began in terms of cataloging items that they retrieved. And this is Barnonius' book. This contains basically, well, it was what we use to do all our work. It's an ancient artifact and pretty invaluable.
That's great. We can use that literally as a guide to walk this stuff back to where it belongs.
Or, one more time, last pitch, I do it one time. We keep this stuff, we go to the abandoned temple to Pelor, purify it, get rid of the curse. Khadgar goes back to being forgotten thing. We deal with the situation of the disease back home. Lots of people will be much happier than returning this, and then we're back to square one. Just saying. So there before you stand two options essentially. Either returning possibly the scepter to Pyramid, attempting to purify it, or just leaving, and too bad for everyone.
Khadgar, why are you trying to kill people?
Me trying to kill people?
Do you have a curse on this land?
Me? Do I have a curse on this land?
Yes.
We just met, Alyssa. I don't feel comfortable sharing that kind of information. Okay, listen, I have a tiny curse on the land. Like tiny, super small.
And
I like it.
why?
Well, I kind of need it for me to, not be dead forever kind of situation. Like I draw a little bit of energy for life for some people, just a little bit, and then I can be around. But we can, bring back my scepter, which is totally just sentimental value, and then from there we can negotiate a deal.
So let me ask you this: do you have a physical form?
Do I have you saucy minx, you Alessa? Why do you want to know if I have a physical?
Just answer the question, Cadger.
Fine, yes, maybe I have a physical form.
And does that physical form roam?
No, I can say with all honesty and earnestness that you are not owed at all in any shape, way, or form, that I do not roam. Have you ever seen a pyramid walk up and sort of walk away?
So you're a pyramid. You are the pyramid.
Okay. Cards on the table. Bones on the table. Whatever it is on the table. Guts on the table, probably more appropriately, huh? I am inside the pyramid.
So who's in the cart?
Pieces in the cart, right?
Bits and pieces of me are in the cart, or maybe it's my concubines. I don't know. I can't really see. I'm too far away. Do you want to bring me a little bit closer?
I'll take him over to the cart.
Okay. Oh yeah. No. That's I never liked them anyway. That's not me. Do you mind picking up that liver and throwing it overboard, because they were a jerk to me about 4,200 years ago? Whoop, just chuck it over. Go ahead.
I'll
I'll
go
leave
grab
it.
it. I'll throw it.
All right, sure. You grab a piece of
Oh,
liver.
it's actually almost like a real liver. Man, this is so cool. You guys are so good at this game.
All right, so we have a deal or what? Come on. Good old Khadgar. I'm really nice. Like, once you get to know me, minus, the flaying of the skin, and these people stole from me. What do you want from me? I will extend the curse past here, and I will start taking over the cities nearby. I would say the world, but... my wrath is something to behold. And it's a big deal when I use wrath and not wrath. That's when it's, like, really big time.
If we bring you back, you lift the curse.
Fine. Perhaps. Yes.
Definite yes.
I mean... Make a persuasion check. And I'll give you advantage on it.
That was awful.
I tell you what. You bring me back... it's a big word, me. You bring the scepter back, which is, again, just like a thing I like a lot. And we can talk in person. And you can probably arrive at a satisfactory conclusion to all involved parties.
Sahidra?
Oh, yes, Sashida, but that's okay. You
Sashida.
just met.
What do you say in this?
Well, to me, the better solution, take the scepter, which seems to be kind of a bigger deal than just, sentimental. I think he might be lying about that. And I'm assuming because I don't really know, they are lying about it. And I think maybe we try purifying. It's up to you, ultimately. I am by myself. I am still, 2 days out with no water, no food. So, I don't want to piss you off, so... But I kind of feel like curing people may be a bigger deal. You decide.
So, he said he only wants the scepter back. You can take the cart with all the other stuff back to see if you can figure out something. I'll give you food and water for the trip back.
Right, but, I mean, I don't mean to insult your intelligence. How do I drag the cart back?
There's camels right there.
Alright, well, fine. Then help me saddle the camels to the cart, and I will do my best.
Fine.
And you'll bring an alchemist to come and investigate the scepter at the pyramid too?
Absolutely not. I've been there once. They're all dead. I think maybe I've had enough.
While this is all happening,
Mhm.
Pock's gonna just be poking this camel. Eat?
I'm gonna say in Goblin, no, sweetie.
Make an animal handling check for me, Pock.
I can do that for you.
Ooh. Nice.
Eat.
The camel kind of looks at you, and proceeds to attempt to spit in your mouth to feed you.
Mm.
He will swallow. He is a goblin.
All right, delicious and nutritious. You're welcome. And yeah. All right then. You help Sashida. It takes a bit of time, but you do get the camels kind of back attached to the cart. You give her some food and water, enough to last some amount of time. She tells you, the desert will swallow you if you're not careful. Generally, oh, and she rummages through her bags and pulls out a small device. I'm not going to describe it in D&D terms. It's a compass. She hands a compass to you, Alessa, since you're obviously the leader of this group. Gives you the compass and says, head in a northeasterly direction for about a day and a half. Once you come by the what we lovingly call the Mummy's Head, then veer directly east, and there, after about half a day, you will arrive at the dig site.
Very well.
Beware of, dust storms, quicksand, creatures, general bad things here in the desert. Not always easy to navigate.
We'll be fine. But thank you.
All right.
Safe travels to you.
Yeah, that's a bit late for that. So the camels are attached to the cart, and after, let's say, about an hour's worth of effort, she's able to begin making her way with food, whatever's left behind, leaving the armor pieces and the bodies of what's left, leaving the scepter in your possession. She begins to make her way, heading north through the passage, heading back towards Tamanrasset, the largest city where the Lyceum is. What do you guys want to do? You're left behind with the scepter and some directions to follow. And the scepter is still, very awake, paying attention to it.
Do you think we should cover it up?
I think that's.
I don't think it's necessary at this point. But I don't know.
Okay, Khadgar, it's in your best interest to help us get you back to the pyramid, so, why don't you give us a heads up on what's coming our way?
I suppose that's true. Make an insight check.
Insight?
Hmm? $22. You kind of come to the something of a realization that if Khadgar, if you died in the desert and Khadgar has an amount of control in the area, wouldn't necessarily be sweat off his back, because he could probably get something to bring it back to the pyramid for him, right? But still, it seems alright. I'll give you directions to the best that I can, but it's hard to have a sense of direction when I can't really. I can kind of look around, but I'll be honest, the desert's pretty much the desert. A dune looks like a dune, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, who is the beefiest, strong arm looking person in our group?
That might be actually Topic.
I do look very well. I have basically, just robes on, but I am fairly built, I guess would be the correct way to say it.
Do you have a big hammer
No, I have no gear. I have a little backpack on me, but I have no like gear or anything.
I
Just
mean,
like
Very well
robes.
prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in heavy armor, bearing a shield, mace.
Nice. Okay, so I will suggest to you, Alyssa, that if something were to befall us on this trip, maybe the first thing we should do is smash the scepter. You know, just as a security to make sure we are well safeguarded against any
You say
untoward things that could happen to us. Obviously, won't happen to us on the way with Khadgar, right, Khadgar?
you say that out loud, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you break the scepter, obviously the deal's like off, right?
Exactly.
All right.
So if you help us get there, you know, we'll help you get you there. That's the deal.
Okay, make an intimidation check for me. I'll give you advantage because you do have the scepter. Khadgar, there's a bit of silence. And then he comes back sounding a little bit more serious than he had before, or at least more threatening. I would guide you to the best of my ability. If you shatter the scepter, so that I will know no respite, no rest, while I hunt you, your descendants, and your ancestors down and grind them to dust, by flaying them with sand relentlessly until they are scattered to the full.
I can respect that.
Okay. And then he falls silent.
All right, let's go.
All right. So you collect your things. You have to review your items just to make sure. Who took the compass with them?
I think I have it.
You have the compass. Great. So with that, you begin making your way towards the. Somebody in chat wants to shout out quickly. Hoya says, "Not sure if we're seeing this, but please tell him to save his gold for better cosplay gear." This is very important. I guess it was important for me to relay that to you. Message relayed, Hoya. So, as you begin collecting your items, you have the scepter in hand, the compass. You very quickly follow the road, and you know where the desert is, some 10 miles east, or northeast, actually, quite directly. And as you make your way, you arrive at the outskirts of the desert. And it is, we'll say, probably 2 in the afternoon. The sun is high. It is swelteringly hot. You're kind of used to it, but still, pushing through the desert for an extended period of time without necessarily having been prepared for such an endeavor, you know that there is a chance that you may run out of water if you get lost any amount of time. With that in mind, who is going to be leading the charge across the desert?
I would assume the person with the compass, but
Okay. So Alessa,
that's just my guess.
That's fine.
okay, Alessa, as you're leading the charge across, why don't you tell me what you're going to do, how you're going to use the compass to achieve your goal of getting towards the directions that were handed to you?
So she said northwest, right?
She's, as I recall, she said northeast.
Northeast. Okay, so can I just investigate the compass really quick, see if it's just like a regular compass or if it's
Sure can.
imbued?
By all means, you. I mean, 20. You guys, all right. You guys are rolling fire. I don't know whose dice these are, but I kind of love it. So as you're
Whoa,
inspecting,
whoa! My dice suck.
okay, but your dice always suck unless you're doing death saving throws, wizard, and then they're like MVP.
That's also fine. I'm
Ah.
okay with it.
That's also fine. Just when it matters. The compass itself, as you kind of look back and forth, looks like it's made of it's made of stone, and within it is the magnetized piece. Feels like a fairly standard, if hefty, compass, and you realize that like it's got some reflective parts to it, and it's this particular color of like black. That if it falls into the sand, which here is like this golden color, it'll be pretty easy to find and can be spotted from the sun reflecting off it. That's the only real modification that
Okay. So which direction is it pointing in right now?
easily enough you could find the direction towards northeast.
All right. How's the pathing look?
Looks like the desert. There's no, like, it's the beginnings of it, but the shrubbery is very quickly left behind, even in the craggy parts of the cavern, like the terrain you were, the chasm terrain was very dry, and here it's just the wind is pushing through, the sun is beating down hard, and there is an endless ocean of sand with you.
Okay, so very sparse.
Correct. We'll say that as part of the information that you guys have had, you have had no need in previous times or adventures to venture into the desert itself directly. You do know that occasionally some bandits, because you guys were tasked with protecting the trade route, some bandits do make their hideout somewhere in some sort of oasis in the desert that's not been found, and the local lords and merchants haven't decided that it's been enough trouble to go and look for it, because, as they often say in these parts, the desert will swallow you and spit nothing back.
My character starts off in high spirits, assuming it's going to be just like a jaunt over a hill or two, and then as it continues to go along further, it starts to get more and more sort of antsy, upset, and a little bit, I'm not angry, but I guess kind of questioning what's going on.
Alright. So, you're relying on the compass then to give you the direction, right?
I'll also be watching the sun, I think.
I will give Elisa a empty bottle, and Pock's gonna say, "Pock, go to sleep. Take care." And then he's gonna use his genie's respite and go into the bottle and just stay in his bottled little condo.
You give
Is a genie in a bottle in the desert? I love it.
Aww.
So as he gives you this glass bottle, what color is the bottle?
I would say it's like a green tinge.
Yeah.
I want to like Pock probably got it from like he's from a swampy area, so maybe like just litter from a major city in like a swampy area. So just a green tinge maybe kind of look.
Oh, maybe faded on it would be like it might say Anada Dry randomly.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Anada being a local area where they make like this fizzy drink that everybody likes. It's good for your tummy. Cool. So as you hand the bottle over to Alessa, and suddenly this, just like turn to mist and get sucked in the bottle, and there's a noise as the bottle corks itself, and nestled within.
Oh, go ahead.
Is Pock? Yeah, sorry. What were you gonna say? By all means.
No, you're just gonna hear him laughing on the way in, and then he's just gonna go disappear.
Well, Pock thinks that he looks like it's all mystique and mysterious. What it looks like to you guys looking from the outside, it seems to look like the face of a goblin smushed up against glass, and it's just the most ridiculous thing. Is it looks like a goblin in a bottle, quite literally a goblin in a bottle. Well, he thinks like, oh, this is obviously super cool. It's
yeah, before all this, he was like trying to lean against the bridge, the walls, I guess, of the bridge, trying to lean and look all cool. He thinks he's a very cool person.
Nice. And so your face is kind of squished on one side. To you, it's comfortable. You're within it. It's fine. But
Yeah.
to the outside, it just looks like you're squished, and like this green butt crack is kind of sticking on the other side. It's a sight to see. You have a bottle of goblin in your hands, and you're looking at the sun and the compass. So go ahead and give me a survival check for me, Alessa, and I'll give you advantage because you do have the compass with you. As you begin making your way through 20... Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Mel is familiar with this, and I think I might have done it with you, Wizard, last time, but the idea of, like, the skill challenge to push across the desert. The way it works is there are... I don't have the image to show you, but anybody who's been on this channel before and seen me do the progression wheels will know what I'm talking about. You need to get 4 successes or 4 failures, and whichever one you do first will either lead to complications or success. Does that make sense?
Yep, that's standard.
Okay, so as part of your critical success, that completes 2 of the 4, and easily enough, using the compass, navigating with the sun in front of you, you're able to keep a direct bead. And more importantly even, in the distance you see a few spots that are cast in shadows as these large boulders are there. And once or twice you swear you saw some figures or something scurrying under the shadows, not expecting you to be approaching with such aplomb, and just disappearing, kicking off some sand as it just sort of skitters under the rock. You get the sense that you're probably, it took you about 2.5 hours of marching forward, but you're making really good time. What you guys want to do for the second, the next bit of the leg of the journey? The sun is starting to set. The weather is starting to shift from this sweltering heat. It's probably 5-ish in the afternoon now, and very soon you get the sense that it's going to start being frigid cold.
Yep, deserts do get very cold at night.
What's the plan, gang?
So we're
if
by
I
a
recall,
bunch of
didn't Shishida
boulders?
say it was half a day? Is that right?
No, it's half a day once you get to the Mummy's Head, then you head east half a day. It's about a day's
Oh,
march
okay.
northeast.
We're by a bunch of boulders.
There's some in the distance, yeah. And when you were marching with the nat 20 that you got, I'll give you the advantage of seeing that there were things hiding in the shadows of that boulder in the shade that they were casting.
We might want to think about seeking shelter if we're going to have to keep
Agreed.
marching longer.
Yeah, I'm really tired. I wasn't expecting this to really be that much hiking, so I guess. I mean, we should probably do that.
Pock will poke his head out of the bottle. Pock's okay.
I know, sweetie.
And he'll just kind of go back in his bottle.
Give me just whoever's out and about looking around, give me a perception check. By all means, if you're looking for a spot. 9, Alessa. Okay.
Do you want it from everyone or?
Oh, whoever, it's fine. I don't mind. Like if you're trained in perception's probably better, but that's okay. Everyone can take it. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So Alessa, you're looking around. Nothing immediately, just these boulders kind of jump to mind. Topik. Oh, you're sweating. You're sure that people who are like on other sets never had to deal with this nonsense. Like things just happened way faster. This is dragging on now.
I'm very whiny and upset right now.
Yeah, Meldor, as you're looking around, you swear you spot not too far in the distance, hiding from what looks pretty flat. Like the sense of perception of depth is really mucky. You're kind of getting sand blind, like snow blindness is a thing. Sand blindness is equally a thing, but you do see some trees, what looks to be trees, sort of poking out from one of, sort of a recess in the distance. Probably like, well, hard to say how far away, but you're sure you're speaking some trees.
So with everyone kind of squinting and looking around, I will basically just point at that area and go like, let's go there. That seems obvious.
Sounds good.
Okay. As you guys push forward, I'm gonna ask one. Make sure you're staying on track. Whoever wants to do a survival check is fine.
Advantage with the compass.
Sure. If you spot it's kind of going in a northerly direction. Fair enough. Yeah, you're able to bang on, and you do arrive. Somebody said,
Oh, sorry. I was wondering if you were asking for everybody to do a survival check, but it
No,
just
just the
seems-
person who was
yeah.
leading.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sure. After some time pushing forward, you do eventually arrive, and there's like a drop, and you can see this opening. These walls, there are this granite sort of walls, and this tiny little pathway, maybe 25 feet wide, that is leading down. There's an outcropping, and definitely there's some vegetation growing here in front of you. And you can hear the telltale sound of water that is also tumbling as you have somehow made your way to like a smallish oasis on the way to the desert.
We don't see that map, Rackham.
I know.
At least I don't. Oh, okay, sorry.
That's okay. So, as you arrive here, the setting more quiet, more calm. Oops. You make your way in, and the sound again of water echoing to your ears and somewhere to the left.
I would rush. Well, not. I would rush towards the water. As soon as I start hearing it, I would probably head more quickly that way.
I'm gonna run after him because you never know what's in here.
And I will just kind of quietly, under my breath, be like, watch out, guys. There could be a whole bunch of things in our way, like quick stand.
I'm
Yep.
attached to Elisa, so I don't really have a choice.
Okay, you push forward, all of you, one after the other. Topik, you're not being particularly quiet, as I'm to understand. And
Nope.
there is water just gurgling, and the water just smells fresh as hell. Just looks beautiful, inviting, and just the sun has now set, and it is getting cold. And further in here, it's definitely colder as the sun is no longer reaching no rays. The skies have turns like the shades of purple and dark violets, and the water's just gurgling bloop, bloop, bloop in front of you.
Mm,
I rush over to it and would start drinking from it and say, "Oh, thank goodness! At least we can finally rest here for the night. I don't know what you guys are planning for tomorrow, but holy cow, that was pretty intense."
all right. See him at the water. I'm gonna slow my pace because he stopped, and just survey the area.
You see, give me a perception check. Sure, why not? Meldor, same, I guess. If you guys are kind of scouting the area. Pock, you've popped out of your bottle, and are just kind of looking around. You see Topik kind of bent over, like drinking the water. 13. Looks fairly quiet. A couple of trees. You see some kind of bulbous fruit, just in like clumps, sort of growing on the higher branches of these trees. They're a bit stunted though, and not much else catches your attention, Alyssa.
Okay.
Is there any kind of high ground Pock could go up?
There's
I think how do I ping? Right here. I want to go up there. I think that would be a good place to get a bird's eye view.
As you begin making your way, so let me give Pock a chance. What do you want to do, Pock and Meldor?
I also want to. I'll probably go up here then.
Okay, so you travel towards that direction. There's a bit of a ledge, but it takes you a little bit, few seconds, few attempts, but you do eventually clamber up and push yourself up. A few stones kicking around and sort of falling down.
He'll fall like 3 times because of his short little legs.
Yeah. Meldor, what are you doing?
I just want to proceed cautiously towards the water, and I want to make sure in the area that there isn't anything in the ground that we're going to stumble upon that might be harmful. So looking out for quicksand, looking out for snakes or other critters that could come upon us.
Sure.
And then I'll just refill my water skin and take
Give me a quick
refreshment.
Give me a quick perception check as you're walking about, doing a quick look around with your elven eyes. 18. The one thing that catches your attention is like this weird moss that's kind of growing in the corner. And as you lean in to look a little bit more closely, and you hear Pock kind of scrambling. Alessa's making her way. You can hear the heavy armor kind of her walking towards like this path that's leading up. I'll move you a tiny bit against your will just to show you where it is. Here. Just here. You spy in the corner a clump of bones on which there is mold that has grown. And as you look at that, and as other people are making their way, you hear the sudden kickoff of a call that's coming from somewhere above your head, and a voice that calls out, "Sisters! Feeding time!" And with that, I'm gonna put you all in initiative. Okay. I'm gonna ask you all. You remember you clicked the little fisty fist?
Oh, sure. Roll nat 20 for that.
Right, fisty fist. I got this. There we go.
All right. As above and behind and beside, these feathers, purple, brown, begin to kick off, and these shapes take to the air of woman top bodies that end in long, almost vulture-like legs, cruel eyes that are adorning above a beak that has been broken and cracked. These enormous creatures begin to fly towards you, shrieking their hatred. So let's add them to the initiative count as well.
Herpes.
Harpies.
All right. Topic, not to be caught off guard, man of action that you are. What are you going to do as they begin to take off? And you can see, what I'll do is get rid of the walls. As they've taken up to the skies. How do you what? Sorry, go ahead, Pop.
Sorry, are these harpies in flight?
Yes, they've now taken off. Which is what prompted you to look around ready for combat.
So I have a
They're about 10 feet high. Go ahead.
okay. I have a technical question because
Yeah.
5th edition is different than 3.5. Since they're flying, and I would have to like wait for them to get into range for me to do anything to them. Is there a way for 5th edition to do that? Like
There is. So you can hold
Okay.
your action. So
hold the action, yeah.
Yeah, so what it is, you can move, do your bonus action, but as your action, you can hold your action, which means when a certain trigger happens, I do this.
Okay.
So if they get within range, I want to tiger uppercut them, in the face or something, whatever it is.
Okay. So in that case, Topic will say something along the lines of, "Wow, I heard you guys were hardcore, but I didn't think we'd be fighting again. Holy crap, what is up with this?" And I will move backwards and kind of stand here
Okay.
and say, and then in a different voice we'll say, "We must stand together. We will fight them."
All right. Calling out to your companions.
And I'll hold my action to hit something that comes near me.
Hey,
We didn't even fight anything
the
yet.
harpy.
Well, but we might have on our way here, so that's my thought.
So this harpy now is taking up to the air and sees this tiny little green snack that has climbed really close to her, and she will swoop down, attacking you, Pop. 5, 10. She will. Maybe the music's too loud. You guys tell me.
It's not bad.
Okay. So she.
I've had the music off the whole time.
It's okay. One is claws, one is club. So she'll swing at you first with the claws at her feet, trying to capture you. Does a 13 hit?
I don't think it does. Let me double check. No.
Okay. She swings by and just misses. She turns in midair and swings her club at the back of your head, attempting to connect. And entirely whiffs so hard that she almost loses her balance in midair, does like a barrel roll for a split second before catching herself again. Puck, you're up as she's right behind you now.
How is she still flying?
Yeah, she's flying just directly above you. She's within striking distance of you.
How far down is it from where she's flying?
About 10 feet. Well, she's 5 feet above you, so it's 15 feet because you climbed 10 feet up.
Okay. And final question.
Yes?
This might be complicated because I think some DMs do it differently for 5e. If I were to force a flying creature prone,
Mm-hmm.
would they go into free fall or would something else
No,
happen?
she is gonna go into like if you
That's a plummet.
yeah if you want to do that brings her prone, she's gonna fall on her behind
Okay.
Or head.
or head or yeah some part of her body.
Okay. So I'm in melee range. I believe that makes me have a disadvantage when I try and shoot point blank, right?
Yes.
So since I'm a goblin, I'm gonna use a cool goblin action as a bonus action and disengage her as a bonus action.
You got it. You take you can step 5 feet back, no problem.
Mhm.
She doesn't. You're too fast for her. She's still recovering from her tumble as you tumble backwards.
And then Hawk will start shooting her with a short bow.
Okay. Oh. Got it. Are you doing something? Just shooting her, right?
Just no. Oh, it's a +1 short bow. Because it's I got some feats and stuff.
Nice.
How do I actually state that that's the case? Should I just say +1 whatever I get?
Yeah, hang on, let me update your sheet. Maybe now it'll show properly. I don't know. Just add +1 to it. It's fine.
Okay. No advantage, so
15 definitely hits.
okay. So
That'd be 16 actually.
16, yeah. And then I'll roll for damage.
Mm-hmm. If it's a +1 bow, you also have +1 to the damage, right?
Yep, +1 to the damage as well.
So 9 damage.
And on top of that, he's going to use an Eldritch Smite along with the attack.
Okay.
So he's going to consume one of his Warlock spell slots. And hold on, I got to see how to actually do that.
Meldo, you're up
Features.
next, by the way.
How do I 1d8 per spell level? I believe we're at, on the second spell level or third?
You are on 2nd spell level.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2d8. I don't know how to do that.
Just slash roll like this. I'll put it in chat, and you just remove the
The dot?
Yeah.
Okay, slash roll 2d8.
For 7 additional damage. What color is
Yep.
your magic, Hawk?
Like I want to say green, but I want to be a little bit more different than Meldor. So maybe like a very grayed out blue, kind of
Oh.
tinging towards green.
You just made
Somebody
that
else
too
goes
complicated.
Swampy green.
Yeah.
Swampy
okay.
green, yeah.
Sure. As you shoot the bolt, it gets infused with like this twirling snake around it almost. It just slams into Harpy. It shunts her back for a little bit.
And it's force prone, I believe. That's the other thing. There's no save.
Nice. And as it does, it kind of wraps around her. It stuns her for a second, and she loses, like, her wings freeze in time for just a beat too long, and she falls downwards, and she's going to take 1d6. It's 1d6 per 10 feet falling, right? So we'll do 1d8 instead because it's 15 feet. She takes an additional 7 points of damage as she slams to the ground. Ow! Ow!
And then Pock's gonna go back closer to the ledge. I
Okay.
could move in the middle of attacks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
'Cause I have-
100%.
Okay. It's like Pock now have high ground, and then he's gonna just shoot down at her as well.
You have 2 attacks?
So another. Yep, I have 2 attacks.
Nice.
It's a martial warlock. Very cool.
Nice. And I'm gonna remove one of your spell slots, right? Because you did it.
Yep, that's correct.
Done.
Inventory. Uh-oh.
So she's-
What happened to...
She's
Oh, sorry.
prone, which does give you disadvantage because she's technically lying down and you're shooting at range at her.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, high ground doesn't do anything, right?
No.
Okay. Unfortunately, what I clicked last time to do my bow attack, like, I can't see my weapons anymore. I can't see
Oh.
my inventory.
Oh, just click. Okay, so click. Click under inventory. You don't see it
Yep.
anymore.
Nope, it's all empty for some reason.
Let me do this.
Oh, I had to... Sorry, I had filters on for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. Roll it again.
And a disadvantage.
Yep. Attack at a disadvantage.
15 still hits. Roll damage. Or 16. +1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta remember that too. Roll it. So 8.
8 more damage.
And on top of that, he's just gonna use his genie thingy to add, I think, 1d8. Hold on. Character has a lot going for him.
It sounds dope. That's awesome.
Let me see. Sorry. Where's the genie?
And under
Mario?
features.
It's another feature, yeah. It should be like an extra d6 of damage per turn or something along those lines.
There's Fury of the Small, which is like the thing.
The big, yeah, it's big +5 damage. I will save that for now.
Okay.
But I'm sorry.
Okay. Improved pack weapon, is that a thing?
It's in the bottled respite, I believe. Is it? No, it's not. Oh no.
It's okay. Tell you what. Oh, what is it? Thirsty Blade?
No, that's what gives me the extra attack. Marid. Genie Vessel. Here we go. Genie's Wrath. You can deal extra damage to a target equal to your proficiency bonus. Damage type is depending on your patron, which I picked Marid, so it's cold damage. Why doesn't it actually say?
It's extra to your proficiencies. So your proficiency is 3, so it's an extra 3 damage.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So you deal an extra damage. 3 damage.
So, yeah, so 8 plus 3. So
she's still standing, but you can see as the arrow plunks into her, it kind of severs one of her wings. Her left wing is completely severed now from her body. She shrieks in pain. She begins scrabbling at the ground, trying to pull herself up, and she's kind of pinned to the ground. Cool. Anything else, Pot?
No.
Meldo,
I think that's enough.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. I will try and get faster. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Absolutely fine. Meldo, you're up.
So are there 3 of them or 4?
There's one that's by Pock on the floor now, writhing in pain, and you can spy 3 more.
3 more, okay. The one that is not writhing on the floor, but that is coming in a bit hot on us, on the left side,
Yeah.
I'd like to try to shoot at that one. Can I see them from where I am?
Yes, you can. Yeah, they're 10 feet up. So the ledge beside you is about 15. They're 10 feet above, so they're 25 feet up in the air.
Okay, so I will try to shoot at that person.
You got it. I see your dot on it. 17 definitely hits. Or 27. Jesus. Plus 10 at level 5. For 8 points of damage? No, 14.
14, yeah, I think.
Nice.
I don't know why
and
this
then,
is the lesser slayer damage, but
that's one of your features that you have. So when you shoot one target as a ranger, you can add like that extra D8.
cool.
Wait, let me see.
I like it.
So 13. Oh, did you do damage twice? Why am I seeing 13 and then 14? Oh,
I think that's just it's total. That's what it said.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Perfect.
And so then I'll use my second attack.
Okay.
But I want to use my bonus action first to do an ensnaring attack.
On this one?
On the same one, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Can I do that at second level?
Yes, you sure can.
Okay, so I will upcast that to second level and then I will do my attack.
Nice. 20 hits. For
So
12. And then
12 plus 2d6 more. For a
So-
whopping 2.
And there's something else to it, right? Because
Oh yeah, they get entwined in.
is there a
vines.
saving throw?
Good question. Hang on. I can hit the spell for you to see it.
Snaring strike.
Just ignore the damage. Yeah. I already rolled that.
That's snaring.
Strength DC of 13.
13, yeah. Take a look if I can do it. Attribute, strength. Saving throw, normal. No! The harpy that's flying up, the first arrow slams into it. And as it turns back with hatred in its eyes, the other arrow pierces in its chest and explodes in a series of vines that wrap around its wings. And then it, like a well-trussed chicken, falls to the ground and takes an additional d6 because it was that high. So it takes 5 more damage.
Well, and then I will just move to, kind of put my back against one of these cliff sides so that I can't be come upon from behind.
Got it. The next harpy is going to fly down on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can go 30, right? 40. Oh. 30, 35, 40. Swooping down as far as it can go towards Topik. Topik, you were holding an action, right?
Yes, I was.
So you can do your thing before it tries to grab onto you and pick you up.
I was ready to attack it if anything came near me, so
It came
I
near you.
will do that. And a miss.
Your punch goes wide, but you're a monk, so you get... Oh, but multiple, I think?
Yes. I think I get a second attack. I don't think I want to use... If I miss, I don't want to use flurry of blows, but I do get a second attack.
Go for it. Yeah.
So I'll attack it again. And another miss. Woof, woof.
Okay. You took a very cool kung fu pose as it came to you. It grabs onto you, so it's going to attack you and try to lift you up.
Okay.
So first, let me see if it can land a hit. This 23 hits, right?
Sure does.
So it's going to be in contested check. So make a strength or dex saving throw. It's up to you which one you want to do.
Strength saving throw.
And you have to beat a 12. So it's athletics or... Yeah, it's fine. Either way. As it goes to grab you and begins to pull you off, you break the hold and it turns back and in one swell tries to hit you in the back of the head with its club. Much like an eagle and a turtle trying to pick you up to throw you from really high, the club attack comes and you duck out of the way easily. The blood troll harpies. And stay up here. Alessa, you're up.
How far away is this one?
And, it's about 25 feet away.
And how high in the air is it?
15 feet.
15 feet. Alright, I am going to hold an action. When it comes to swoop, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Okay. So if it doesn't come to swoop, though, it's still going to consume your spell slot, right? So to hold a spell, you begin casting the spell and you sort of hold on to the last syllable, so when it comes by, you let it go. So if it doesn't come near you, which it might, you still lose the spell.
Do I?
Yeah. Are you cool with that?
I didn't realize that.
That's okay. That's how the hold for spells specifically works, which is a bit weird, but...
It is weird, because we don't do it that way in my first campaign, but oh well. So... Scratch that, then I am going to Toll the Dead.
Okay, go for it. You're not holding, you're just doing that right now, right?
Yes.
Let's throw for me. Alright. So it fails miserably. Oh my gosh. As it's standing there,
Yep.
this
It's actually a bell.
yeah, vibrates through the creature like this enormous bell sound, and as it begins to vibrate faster and faster, you watch as the harpy explodes in a shower of bones and feathers. Nicely done. Anything else for Alessa?
And I will move. So about right there. That's good.
The harpy that is all wound up and like tightly wound begins to shriek out and push. So she needs to break its DC. Was it still 13, right? Eldor?
13.
Oh no. Her first action trying to break out of it fails. Uses her second attack. Miserable. And just is making it worse and worse. You just hear this writhing and like an angry chicken somewhere up top where you can no longer see. Go pick her up.
Is the harpy still next to me?
Yeah, it's standing there. It's just flying. It has its claws kind of embedded in you, but not able to lift you up.
I will make, I don't know, some other variation of a martial arts, karate, taekwondo pose and say, "You must die now!" and make a strike.
Definitely hits.
Nice.
You feel the crack of the bones beneath your punch. Roll damage. 9 points of damage. Holy moly there.
And then, because now feeling invigorated by the attack, I think I'll try a flurry of blows.
Okay, so you still get a second attack, and then you get like 2 extra attack on top of it.
Can I do the... I guess I'll take my second attack first then, I suppose, right?
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
like you do an attack. You can do a flurry of blows now and then save your second attack for something else. Up to you.
Well, I guess I take a second attack first, and then do the flare blows next, because then it uses a key point. I guess that makes more sense.
Okay.
Me never playing a monk before.
Oh, good. 16 hits. These, what feels like hollow bones that are in there, just like you've snapped one of its legs, you punch it in the hip, and you feel it just shatter as the creature, shrieking in your face, howling in pain. Ah! And now you can do your flurry of blows action if you want.
Okay. Can I just attack from the one up top that I was gonna do? Yeah, I'll do it that way. And the flurry of blows misses.
And you get another attack.
Yes.
The first one, you whiff, but the second one, your elbow lands nice and square and it roll damage. Five more points. And as you do so, like, I think you're the first one who's actually in melee combat directly next to it. And as you're hitting it, there's like a splatter of blood that shoots out and hits you. It has a very, it like hits your armor, like, or your, what are you wearing? Studded leather? No.
Just cloth robes.
Yeah. So it hits your cloth robes, and there's like this thick, really strongly smelling blood of this harpy that just kind of lands against you. It's got a very unique, like, distinctive stench to it, like almost rotten dung, night soil, so to speak. And it flies there and it's just shrieking in pain in your face. No! Ugh! No! Anything else that you want to do?
I don't think so. Although I would say again, sort of marvel in the realism of the stench of the blood. Like, oh man, they really went all out on this, didn't they?
What are you talking about?
Very excited, like very happy about this. Now
Alright.
this is what I was talking about. That walk through the desert sucked balls, but this is amazing.
The other harpy that's on the ground now begins to scramble up, and you hear the rip as it gets up where the bolt had skewered it to the floor and just leaves its wing just embedded in the floor. It looks up to you, Puck, and begins to try to scramble up towards you with murder in its eyes. Let's see if we can make a general strength athletics to climb up to you. Yes, it does.
Ooh.
Oh, it does. Does it ever?
Pock's just gonna be like stomping up there, really happy about what he's done, and then when he sees the harpy actually like climbing up, he's gonna like stop and like be quiet.
Yeah, it just climbs up as you're looking around. It sort of does a 3-point landing behind you, swipes at you with its one attack left from this with its claws. And you're too short. It's not used to it. Just right above your head, and just stands there completely bewildered as this goblin gets to go. It's your turn, Pop.
So how would switching to my rapier work right now?
Easily enough. You just I don't care. I don't worry too much about that. You just pull your rapier.
Okay, so I would like to use my rapier.
You can drop your bow and just.
Yeah. So this is a normal rapier. It's not a shadow rapier from my patron, so it doesn't have any pluses or anything.
Got it. Maybe a
just
bit
attack.
dinged up because Puck gets stuff secondhand. It feels like a lot.
Pock does do that.
11 does hit. It connects.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, it's not blessed, right? So it's just.
It's just 11, yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. That's enough.
Yeah. For another 8 damage, plus 3 from my Genie's Wrath.
So as you strike through, in and out, it feels like you didn't land a hit because the blade pulls out clean. But as you pull the blade out, as the tip of it begins to come out, you're pulling out viscera and guts with it as the creature and just falls on top of you, the life bereft from it. The smell that begins to like sort of hit your armor is, well, I don't know how Puck, if he's grossed out at all, but it smells like night soil, just like dung.
He's stinky anyway. Don't worry. He's always has a musk. Now, can I switch back to a short bow? Or would that be too much?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
In one swift motion, you just kill it, put the rapier away, pick up your bow again, get ready to shoot. I don't mind it.
I will try. Hold on. Is the range okay? I think a short bow has like 100 and something, right?
A
120?
short bow, I will tell you in a moment because I don't memorize the stuff. Short bow is. Oh.
Or is it 60?
A short bow is 8320, so you're totally fine.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna attempt to shoot this guy. Did that go through?
Which one? This one?
Oh, it did. Yeah, short. The one on the ledge. Yeah.
This one? Okay. That one's bounded on the floor, so again, you have disadvantage because it's prone.
Ah, okay, that's fine.
8.
8.
It just lands right next to it, and it's squirming.
Okay, and then Pock, is there anywhere to hide?
I mean, there's like bushes and stuff below, but not on the ledge.
All right, is it okay if I go down to the bushes and bonus action hide with my
Yeah,
goblin
absolutely.
sneakiness? All right, that's what I'll do. Do I roll a stealth check,
Yes,
or how
please.
does that work?
Yeah,
Okay.
you roll the stealth text under attributes, stealth.
Stealth.
You sort of jump off into the thing below, and you feel like you're covered. You're pretty hidden, as far as you know. Everyone can see sort of like your ears speaking out, but you know you're fine. Meldor, you're up.
So I think I can keep holding my concentration on the ensnaring strike, right?
Yeah, but you can no longer see that harpy. It's fallen to the ground, and like the line of sight is kind of shot.
Okay, but I can just kind of keep a focus on the magic that's
Yeah.
entwining it. Okay. So I'll turn my attention to the harpy in front of Topik,
You got it.
and I will unload a few arrows on that guy.
Don't miss.
That's damage. I'm not seeing the attack.
Yeah, that's weird. Sorry. There we
Okay.
go.
23
You can
hits.
use that damage.
Yeah, 9 points of damage.
And second attack,
Okay.
crit.
Yeah, the crit will do it too. For 30 points total, hey?
Wow.
So, the first arrow kind of lands at its shoulder and it just turns back, its teeth just bared towards Topik and now peeking at you, and as it leans over, the second arrow right through the eye, and without a sound, just collapses backwards.
Yeah, and Meldor will just kind of do like the hair swish and take a step forward.
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions, for sure. Anything else for Meldor? No? I'll take that as a no. Alessa, you're up.
No.
The creature in front of you just collapsed with an arrow plonked right through its eye, and it's beginning to leak out. The smell is horrifying.
That's fine.
From the top, you hear the squirming noises of the final harpy that is all wound up, and the vines from Meldor just, no! Let me go! Let me go!
So wait, we just got through everybody else again? That was fast. Nice. What do I want to do here? Can I see it?
It's 15 feet up on like a flattish, so you can't quite get eyes on it. You can hear it, and it's just saying, "Oh, just what do you want? Let me go! I won't eat you! I won't eat you!"
Alright, I'll pass this turn.
The harpy, she's gonna try to break out of. It's gonna try to break out of its bindings.
I think it takes damage first,
Oh.
2d6.
Does it really?
Yeah, at the start of its turn, right?
Oh, we failed that last turn, so roll damage. As I finally roll a decent roll. Thanks. So as it squirms, the vines that are entwining it, it's pulling and making it worse until finally, and you hear the squishing, cracking as the voice falls silent. All right, well done. You're out of combat.
It was a struggle against the vines was too strong that finally killed it.
Correct. Okay. The oasis is you.
I run immediately to the water and start dry heaving and trying to wash my clothes off.
Okay. You notice something as you begin trying to wash your clothes off. There's like this shimmering that's within the water that as soon as it touches that blood that's on you, there's like a sizzle, and it just quite literally burns the blood away.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I want to inspect the water.
Okay.
I want to see if it's holy water.
I don't notice anything.
Uh,
Like I think it's neat and interesting, but I don't find anything in. I don't say anything about it being interesting.
Sure, give me a religion or arcana. I'll leave it up to you, Alessa. And Meldor and Pock, what are you guys doing?
So I don't know goblin culture in your world. Is it okay for goblins to eat harpies?
But listen, whatever you want to throw in, it will be
Okay.
canon from now on. So just do it.
By all means, go for it.
He's just gonna try and cut off the wings of the harpy. He wants like some good harpy wings.
Sure.
And I don't know, is there anything worth looting on them, or are they just kind of?
But there's the one that's on the ground
Creatures.
that you kind of took care of. One of its wings was literally ripped out as it stood up to come after you. You can go down, so you can also like give me an investigation over there. Well, actually, I won't even bother. There's really nothing in terms of valuable gold or anything like that. But the wing is there. It's pre-ripped.
All right, perfect. He's just gonna grab the wing. He's gonna be covered in blood as well, as he was like inspecting the harpy, so he's even more dirty. He's just gonna run towards the rest of the party. Food.
Sweetie, make sure you cook that first.
He's already like gnawing on it.
Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, goblins are okay at that. I don't know how to do a saving throw.
So you double-click your character.
Yep.
And where the word Constitution is, you click it.
Yep.
And it'll say it's an ability check or saving.
Yep.
10. As you begin to ingest the wing, there's a little bit of blood that's still left in there and begins to enter your system. Suddenly feel very queasy and nauseous. You suffer 3 points of poison damage. And if you're resistant for whatever reason, you can have that down to 1, but I
don't know. Goblins don't
you
really
take
do
3
that,
points
right?
of poison damage as the blood of the harpy that is filling you. For a split moment, you feel almost like this bloodlust take over you, but you fight that effect off enough. But still, it's just, it's very acrid. It's fizzy and burning in your mouth, and your system just like does not like this.
Okay, I'll push the wing towards Elisa and say, cook.
Yeah, what did I tell you?
So, at least, Alessa, as you're looking at the water in front of you, what's your holy symbol?
So I actually have 2. I have my mom's sapphire ring,
Nice.
and I have the emblem on the front of my shield.
Remind me who your god is.
Helm.
Helm, perfect. Both the emblem on front of your shield and your sapphire ring sort of flare to life for a second. The closer you get to the water and begin to inspect it, you mutter a prayer to Helm under your breath, and there's like this echoing between the water and your holy gear. This water definitely has some otherworldly, supernatural properties to it, divine properties to it. And you're kind of reminded of this idea that there might be a holy temple in the desert somewhere.
Excellent.
Meldor, what are you doing?
So Melda will take some time to collect the bodies, the pieces at least that Puck did not rip off to eat, and I will bury them so that we don't, like a little bit further away from us, so that we don't attract anything else just by the smell of dead carcass.
Okay.
We also need to get a fire going. Maybe you can use some of the feathers.
If there are feathers on it, yeah, I can definitely pluck the chickens before I dispose of them.
You got it. Easily enough. You pluck the feathers. An ancient elf who is now plucking harpies in the middle of a desert. Never did you ever think that that would be your fate. And yet here you are, doing the deed. You've collected a good amount, like a bundle. Probably a decent amount of fire starter. I don't know what feathers burn like, but harpy feathers, surprisingly, wonderful at starting a fire. We all learned that in Goblin Scouts, it's called here. Okay, so you're able to without much issue, we'll say start a fire, cook the harpy meat, which once cooked still tastes horrible, but loses its poisonous properties. Let's take, if that's okay with everyone, let's take a quick 2-minute bio break, water break, right?
Yes.
Sure, seems good.
It's perfect.
And chat will be right back in a couple of minutes, and we'll pick up right there. Thanks, everyone. BRB.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some water if that's all right.
I'm back.
I'm back. I totally forgot to roll my dice during all of that, my dice set, but I'll try to do that next time. Yeah, I want to use the dice set as like my bonus action to add some flavor to what my character is doing, but it's okay. I forgot.
Can I make a guess at what your character
You
is?
sure
Is it like
can.
is it someone like playing D&D in the D&D game?
What? No, that I'm playing D&D.
Because it seems like it.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing. I am playing a character who's playing who's LARPing for the weekend, essentially. And so
It's on topic.
he has two different characters that so I have a character who's playing another character and thinks this is all made up. So congratulations on Sasamiya.
I do. Before offering to take first watch, I will hand one of my elven kerchiefs to Pock to clean off some of the blood and gore that is on him, just because, ripping wings off of harpies a little bit gross. No, like I'll advise him that he should probably get some of that off.
Pock looks at the napkin and doesn't really know what to do with it, and he just kind of like sneezes into it and like gives it back. Thank you.
So I'll take back the like kind of gross, sneezed in. I guess it's kind of covered in blood from his hands too. I guess that kind of accomplishes it. So
he's gonna give you like a nice
yeah,
toothy
you
smile
seem
as well.
cleaner. Yeah, you seem cleaner. I'll put that away, and I'll go and take first watch.
I have it strapped on my chest. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna dump my water skin out and refill it. Yep. Oh, what's the matter? Nervous? Nervous. Are you sure?
You're gonna see Pock running from the background and like just do a cannonball into the pool.
Oh my
Maybe
god, he's gonna be clean.
Maybe splashing, have a little bit of a splash zone. See if the wand reacts to my chaos. Yeah, it's the water genie. I'm not sure. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I wasted a perfectly good kerchief on you. If I'd known you were just gonna dunk yourself, walk away.
You're just gonna see Pock. I never forget how to say the word prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. And I know there's a clean function. There should also be a make dirty function. Yeah, and he's just gonna like make sure he has a little bit of dirt on his face at all times.
Can I ask if anyone knows why the blood is fizzing in the water?
Is that a check we could do?
Because it's unholy. It's dirty.
Oh, when I splash, the wand say anything?
Cadgore, you want to go for a swim? You sure you're looking a little tarnished? But where I go, you go. Alright, I'm just playing him.
I think the only thing I would say to the group is we're, I don't know, maybe sitting around having food is my thought of, and would voice, wow, you guys just never turn this off, do you? I don't get it. Like, you've been traveling all day. Like, what is, like, you guys are just really, really awesome. This is such an honor, actually, honestly. So really appreciate you, taking, and the message just ran off, but you got like the flight down and everything. That was wild. I didn't even feel like I was like hitting anything, but it was just so, man, it was really cool. Just saying, like, it was very awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm very convinced that I'm just being taken on a tour of awesomeness, basically.
So, have we cooked the harpy wings?
Okay, excellent.
Pock will offer like a piece of the harpy wing to eat to Topic.
Okay, I mean, if it's cooked, I'll have it. I mean, I won't be real thrilled about it. But we don't have any other food? I'm assuming, right?
I have
We have
ration
Yeah.
rations.
Well, I mean, I'll try it anyways. Like, oh yes, I see. Well, I mean, and so as I say, oh yes, I see. I guess I should try this. I'll say, yes, I will do my best to ingest this wonderful meal that you've given me. And then I'll eat it and be like, this is wonderful, thank you. And then turn my head and like kind of spit it out.
Pock has like a toothy smile and like he goes to a corner and starts eating the wing. Pock doesn't have standards.
We should get going before the sun comes up full.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I use
Oh.
the key point. Do I get that back as well for the long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
I just used a cantrip.
Oh, nice. That works. Sweet.
Is there a page to see my spell slots? Oh no, I see it now. Don't worry. Okay, perfect. Yep, I see it.
On the next morning, having kind of wisened up, I'll advise everyone to try to shield their eyes as we go and not stare out directly at the sun-bleached sand. And I'll try to keep a track of where the sun is, just to keep a sense of the time that has passed throughout the day.
Since we've been ambushed already, Pock will try and summon his enchanted shield. And the word today is moist.
Oh.
horrible word. Yeah. So I'm gonna make it look like kind of. It looks like it's made out of like dead wood and roots. Yep. Perfect. And yeah, I guess it's blessed by the water genie or something. Okay, so it all makes sense.
Probably. Advantage?
Is there anything in the book about the entrance and anything that we need to look out for?
Yeah, I gave her the book. I don't know who wanted to take the book, but I would not have kept it. I would just be like, "Oh, this is really cool," and then give it to whoever wanted it. So if you want to have it, Melder, you can take it and read it.
Yeah,
Sure,
I looked at it. I have it, but you can have it.
Okay, I'll relay that to everyone and suggest maybe there's something we have to do to open up the pyramid.
Of course there is. This is obviously a puzzle.
Poke would go up to one of the statues and poke it.
That's my name's Poke.
Investigation. Investigation. Nothing here. And then just Poke will just like kind of back away and just do his own thing in a corner. Trying to look cool. Thank. Do I need a roll for that, or is that just a passive cool? Excellent.
Well, you're obviously the hero here, Topik, so why don't you tell us how to solve this puzzle?
Oh, I don't really know. I mean, I was assuming that it was some sort of puzzle we just need to figure out. But I can't read anything, so I mean, we can try to like figure out what the rest of it says, I guess.
Can you read the ritual?
Is there any other markings in the book that we would understand? Or anything on the statues that are maybe match up with any symbols in the book? Yeah. I can give it a try. Is it investigation? Wasn't there a necklace on Shishida when we heard her? Or was there something on Alyssa? Okay, they're not the same. Okay, I'll let people know. I'll point out the gem and ask others to check the other one.
Oh, I'll run over there. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I'll run over there and like scrabble with the other one.
Whoa, so cool!
Zoom. I run over there.
I can imagine you tripping, cartwheeling, and regaining your balance
Okay.
and run again.
Care not. I was. Oh god. Oh, I'll say. Oh, look! I found one. Wait! And I'll roll my dice and say. Looks like I have found something very interesting over here. Looks less likely to be important as the other one, but someone should come investigate. And then wait, because I don't really know what else to do.
Oh my god. I don't see my symbol at all, do I? Alright, I'll trace the symbol with my finger. Do I feel anything? Magic. Connection. Life and war. He rules the life and war domain. Can I take some of the holy water in my water skin and trace the symbol?
Yeah, Pock's gonna be like laying down, and he's just scratching his ass essentially, and then he'll turn around to that noise,
What that?
and he just kind of goes up.
I mean, I would have a lot of wonder when it's like, oh, what'd you do? That was so cool. I mean, we should fill this one up. It is amazing. Perhaps this is the thing that we need.
Sweetie,
but then I'll whisper.
My God.
But then I whisper also, but I don't know what to do.
So if this one seems to be functioning and they look like they're triggering something on that, I will start to make my way up to the top to investigate the top of the pyramid. Carefully, trying to make sure that I don't fall off the side of the pyramid, but also in case I step on something that might be loose or that might trigger like an arrow Indiana Jones style to come shooting out at me.
Yeah, I've just been talking to nobody on stream. They've been hearing your side of the conversation and none of my description.
Oh.
It tells you.
But we're so good at it that they obviously know what's going on.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I think people are just like, oh my god, this guy. Nice. So this, nice, this is like, the chat is DMing the game and you guys are kind of responding. So in the bowl is like this ancient red clay or dirt that's just like at the bottom, and the inscription is all around.
Can I read the inscription?
Sure can. It says... it's partially faded. Some of the verses are removed. But what you do read of it says... so the first line... Only on, and then it's illegible. Out of men and God's sight. When the... Quench my thirst and endless appetite with offering to snuff out the light.
Is it that it's like covered with something? I'll use my kerchief to rub it up to see if it clears off the inscription a little bit, so I can read the whole thing.
Okay. Is this the same kerchief that you had given Pock?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, great. As you take out the cake kerchief that has some of the harpy's blood on it, begin to rub it in the bowl suddenly begins to... And out of nowhere, gurgling from the sides of the bowl, as if there were invisible pipes that lead here, and Topik would have been super impressed had he seen this, but he didn't. The bowl suddenly begins to backfill with gurgling and burbling blood.
I will call out to everybody to like duck or something.
Okay. It's about the same time that Alessa, you're finished, you're redoing the sigils, or what are you doing with the statue?
Yep, I was refinishing the sigils.
Okay. At about exactly the same time, we'll say, because it's fun that way, the wards kick up as the protective statue that was broken now recreates a barrier around the entirety of the pyramid. The ejection of locusts and swarms of virulent carnivorous insects that just bellow out and shoot out of this pyramid that just like a wave of necrotic energy that is released. I'm gonna ask, so who's within 30 feet? Might just be you, Maldor. Maldor, I need you to please make a dexterity saving throw. $22. How? Alright. The wave of energy, of necrotic energy that is just released in one shot that abuts against the wards that have been placed by the statues here, slam against you, but don't send you flying. You're able to dodge the majority of it. You only suffer... Really? Well, this was nothing, ultimately. It was just like an old, faded death trap that did halved 2 points of damage to you, Maldor. You feel like you could have taken the brunt of the thing anyway, like, honestly. And your maximum hit points are reduced by 2. Careful now. As the necrotic energy kind of lands on you, and you just, like, bat it off. It's no big deal. But you do lose 2 hit points in total for the time being. And where the bowl once was now, there is a staircase that leads downward.
Is that something that we could hear this far away?
Yeah, you guys are out there. You about the same time, there's like this blue shield, that kind of blue golden shield that pops up in existence. This what's the word I'm looking for? Hemisphere, half dome, that appears around it, and at the same time, there's like this that comes from the inside. You watch as Meldor kind of ducks gently. That's about it. Nothing else seems to have happened in this amazing setup.
Because I was thinking about having Topik like run over there and be like, "Oh, what was that?" But I guess is something that would pique his interest as far as either a sound or a.
There is a sound, but like, not much else happened.
Okay, well then I wouldn't head over there. I was trying to decide his interest of excitement.
I mean, Meldor did cry out like, "Watch out!" So that might catch your appeal, but he might now be like, "Never mind, it's fine."
Yeah, so Meldor with like real panic in their voice goes, "Watch out!" And then nothing fucking happens. Like literally nothing happens.
Can I roll perception to see if I would head over there or not?
You can. It's up to you. You decide.
Oh yeah, I run over there.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, what was that? Full speed.
Sure. You come up. You make your way up. You get to go all the way, and there, at the top of the pyramid, is an opening that leads downwards into a dark chasm.
I'll yell down to everybody. We must go down the hole. It is open. And I start to like run down the hole.
Didn't your mother ever tell you not to go down the rabbit hole?
No. I always go down the rabbit hole.
Oak's still like kind of paranoid because of all the yelling, so he's just kind of peeking around the corners as he's coming up the stairs.
Okay. You peek around, and people are making their way up the pyramid, and there is a set of stairs that are going in, and Topik, I guess, is going down.
Unless something else stopped me, I would start to head down. Like, I mean, I have full excitement. Like, this is like amazeballs. Come on.
The scepter is very quiet in your hand. As you make your way down, step by step, You pass, it goes down, and the smell here is a little bit different. It's very dusty, musty, air has not moved in a hot minute. And on the walls there are all these sigils and hieroglyphics, these frescoes that depict just this endless throng of people as you go down, just like a population. And all of them seem to be looking in the same direction. Downwards, 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 downwards. Eventually the set of stairs arrive at a landing of a room that's maybe 30 feet by 30 feet. On the eastern side is an enormous wall where all the people that were coming down on both sides curve around the walls, and there in front of you is an enormous tableau that leads to a singular picture of a throne on which a person is sitting, like in, relief of them. They have in one hand this enormous scepter, which seems awfully familiar, and the other, a number of tablets that they're holding. In this room, there are statues in each corner, and all of them seem to be the same depiction of Khadgar, that you realize that's who it is. And each one of them is holding a tablet and is wearing slightly different clothes. Maybe that's his casual dinnerwear costume, maybe that's his war costume, maybe that's the costume he wears when he goes to the market, and maybe that's the costume that he wears when he's taking a bath. Whatever it is, he's wearing 4 different outfits, and each of them is holding a tablet.
I think as we're going down, Melder will take the back, but will muse out loud to everyone. Does it seem strange that this area is completely undisturbed when Shishida had told us that they had retrieved things from the stone?
Topik will respond with, "Yeah, I can't believe they actually didn't even walk down here. This is so cool. How do they know what was down here? Oh my god, this is amazing."
Poke will be picking his nose, all cool like.
Nice. You're coolly picking your nose and kind of. Are you wiping it on like the 1,000-year-old?
On the walls, yeah.
Yeah, of course you are. Topik, Poke was here. Alyssa, what are you doing?
I'm just keeping an open eye, observing everything, watching for dangers.
Okay. Your senses tingled a little bit as you arrive at the bottom of the chamber, and as you exit this set of staircases, there is suddenly a shift, and the door from which, or the set of stairs where you came, slams shut. You're plunged in complete pitch blackness. Poke and Maldor, the world turns into a black and white rendition of what you're used to. Topik and Alessa, the world is plunged in darkness.
So there was the figure in the center that had the scepter, right?
It's on the wall, like as part of the tableau, like as part of the fresco.
Oh, okay. Roughly how far away was that from where I'm standing currently?
If the room is 30 by 30, we'll say that it was like 10 feet ahead of you.
I can't see anything though, so I'm excited. I kind of want to run over there and grab the scepter and be like, I found it. But also, I don't know if I could actually see it or / do that.
There is some respite to your eyes as at the very bottom of the walls, the wall in front of you, to the side of you, and behind you, a faint line of reddish begins to fill in, followed by the sound of burning flames, question mark?
Boy.
Go
Go
in the
ahead.
center of the room is like a small face that is looking back up at you from directly beneath your feet. And it looks like a surprised Khadgar almost, with its mouth like partially open, like a ooh, like, did I do that? And within a few moments, the room begins to shift, and there is a very slow but deliberate contraction that seems to happen.
If
Is
I
the
could
pyramid
see,
pregnant?
What's that, Poke?
Sorry. I was asking if the pyramid's pregnant.
if I could
sorry.
see anything, I'd run over to the statue with the scepter and try to grab the scepter because I
So-
would still be excited about.
So it's not a statue. It's actually just like think of a 3D painting kind of situation. He's kind of sticking out.
Oh, the painting. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like
Oh.
it's got the scepter that Alessa has in its hand, but as you go to reach it, it's made of stone.
Well, then I would say, "Oh, put it over here! Put it over here! It's gotta be where it goes." Yelling to Alessa. I mean, oh, I think this goes over here. We should insert it into the painting. And then I wait patiently.
You want to insert an actual object into a painting.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's part of the thing. Put it like it goes right there. Like I'm pointing to the thing behind me.
We had a book, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there like multiple pages inside it?
There are plenty of pages in this book.
They're made of flesh.
Yes. The ones inside are much thinner and more fragile, but the outside of it was made of very definitively flayed flesh as well.
And that's where we found the a bit of a clue for the outside puzzle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The
Poke
walls here now, the ceiling, is what is seemingly beginning to push down.
Can you read books in dark vision?
Well, there is a bit of low light. We'll say there's dim light in the room now from the
Right.
flames that are coming from each corner. Like
Is
the
it getting-
bottoms of the wall are lit. You can see there's like a tiny little maybe crack that's like 3 millimeters big, and from there's like flames are peeking through.
So I'm gonna ask for the book. Who has it?
Meldor.
I have it, and I'll show it to you for sure.
Book. And then he's gonna look through the pages.
Okay. Easily enough, you find the page that kind of represents this room, and one thing that jumps at you is there are circles that point to each one of the corners to the statues. But there are 4 statues, one in each corner of this room.
Would I be able to see over his shoulder what he's looking at? since
Sure.
I handed
Yeah,
him-
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, he's not exactly tall.
Right. So I will.
You
I'll
notice
see
Poke is
that.
reading it backwards as well. He has no idea what he's doing.
Okay, so I'll point out that there might be something to do with the statues, and I'll go look at one and suggest others quickly do the same before we're
I'll
crossed.
describe. So pick one: northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast.
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay. Southwest is the accoutrement of Khadgar that he's wearing. It looks like his Sunday best. And he is holding a tablet in his left hand, and he's sort of looking down benevolently at it. Give me a quick perception or investigation check.
Is that for only Meldor or?
Just for them first, I guess. I'll say with an 8, what you make out is that there's some kind of script on the tablet itself, but what draws your attention is that, for whatever reason, he's wearing like a tiara or like some kind of headband, and inscribed dab in the middle of it is the number 3.
Okay, I'll call out that that number on the tiara to others.
Okay.
Hmm.
What is everyone else doing?
I'll make my way over to the opposite corner.
So northeast?
Yep.
Okay, there is a statue of Meldor. It's Meldor everywhere, guys. And he's wearing what seems to be a bathing outfit. Give me a quick perception investigation check.
So we know
think you mean
now Meldor is the
Khadgar.
statue.
Oh, I'm sorry, Khadgar, not Meldor.
It's like, hold up a minute here.
Hold on a minute, what's going on? What's going on?
Meldor is actually the enemy.
No, kill Meldor.
You said
Perception or investigation, I'll leave it to you to decide. So, in the northeast corner, same thing, he's wearing sort of a hat, and inscribed in there is the number 4. but he's also equally holding a tablet. And the tablet, as you look 3, there is a small 3. The 4 is large, and the tablet, the 3 is really small. And it looks like, let's say use Roman numerals, and that is sort of like sticking out more visibly than the rest of the text.
Okay. Pak and Topik each go to the other corners. Whoever has 1, you're gonna push it on the tablet, following by number 2, Meldor, number 3. I have the last one. Make sense?
Poke will go to a corner, but is visibly confused at the mention of numbers.
Which corner do you pick? Northwest or southeast, Poke?
Let's just go northwest.
Got it. Give me a... Well, you've kind of gotten the system now. At least she tells you. You can read. What's your int, Poke?
It's 10, I think.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you see that it takes you a bit of looking up, but because you're short, but you can see, like me, in real life. In the northwest corner on the headband, it is looking more like a pirate's patch almost. Like this guy would love to dress up for some reason. The number 2, and on the tablet you see a small 5. A large 2 and a small 5. And in the southeast corner, if Topik listens,
Yep.
A large
The
1.
southwest corner?
Southeast.
Southeast
A
corner.
large
here.
1 and a small 3.
Okay.
And then just to close the loop, because I know Meldor will ask, there's a large 3 on yours, Meldor, and a small 1. The ceiling is now pushing down quite a bit, and you guys have maybe 2 more actions each before we're going to start getting in real trouble.
Is there like some sort of like input panel or something in the middle?
There's no input panel. The only thing that's in the middle is this face in relief, and there's like a hole where the mouth is that leads into like... There's a wind coming from in there, but other than that, nothing obvious there.
So Meldor's gonna call out that I think we need to hit simultaneously the 1s together, then hit the 2, then hit the 3s together, then hit the 4, then hit the 5. I think
Agreed.
that's what we need to do.
Alright, let's try it.
Okay,
So who's in each corner?
So, southeast is Topik, and southwest is you, Meldor, and those are the only ones that have the number 1 anywhere.
Okay, so I'll call it to Topik to hit the 1 at the same time as me, and I'll count it off. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, as you go to press the number 1 that's on the forehead of the statue, there's nothing to press there. However, Meldor, when you go to push the small 1 that's in the tablet, it actually clicks, and there's a sound of grinding rock as the ceiling just accelerates for just a split second. The flames flare to life a little bit more. That is you quickly realize that was not correct. The wind is howling now. You can feel as the pushing down, there's pressure. The difference from the mouth in the center of the room, there's wind being kicked up even further from that hole that sits in the middle of the face.
So maybe the small ones shrink our room and the big ones make the room bigger. So maybe we should focus on the big ones. The problem is we don't have... do we have a full order? So, oh yeah, we do. So it would be Topik in the southeast, and then the northwest.
Yeah, so
Then southwest, then northeast. I'll call it.
those are the big numbers. You've got 1 in the southeast, 2 in the northwest, 3 in the southwest, and 4 in the northeast. And then you've got these little numbers.
Maybe the little numbers represent how many times you gotta push them.
Yeah, because you can't push the numbers on the tiara, so that's great. So we could push that number of times. Could try that.
So like starting at 1, you push it. I don't
3
know what your
times.
number was. Yeah, 3 times. I push it 5 times.
Okay, who's in the southeast? Topik.
I am.
Smiley
What?
face.
I'm listening to what they're saying, and then I follow along.
Yell out, push it once.
I push it once.
You push the number once. It clicks. Nothing seems to happen.
I will turn back and say, I did the thing, and nothing happened. Wait, nothing happened. I don't know
Was
what's
this
going
small
on.
number 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Push it 2 more times. Oh, getting good at numbers.
I'll push it 2 more times.
As you click it the second and third time, it stays pressed, and the ceiling stops for a split second.
Oh, it looks like it did something. I mean, hey, it looks like I was successful.
The statue that's in the southeast recedes a little bit into the corner.
Poke will poke 5 times.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The ceiling now recedes upwards ever so slightly. I'm assuming we're following the same process with southwest and northeast then?
Yes.
Perfect. Meldor, you click it once in the southwest corner, and Alessa 3 times in the northeast corner, and with every press and locking in place, the statues pull into their each corners, and the ceiling raises back upwards. The enormous tableau that is before you, where Meldor or Khadgar stood. I keep saying Meldor for whatever reason. There is a seam that was nearly invisible that leads to the final chamber of the pyramid, as it is 10:20 now, night, and I'm cognizant of the time. And there, second, got to add this. Oh, last minute preparation. Nobody say anything. Oh, you know what? For the map I want. Boom. Right, there it is. Perfect. I'm bring you guys in there in a second. You arrive at a small platform that is central. There is a slight path that leads upwards and raises up, at the top of which, in front of you, is an array where there might be an audience. A number of sarcophagi lay on either side. What seems to be almost like terracotta type army individuals that have been laid. Countless amounts of gold coins that clatter and are scattered about, and sitting centrally is a throne upon which a large desiccated figure sits. What's the word I'm looking for? A husk of a figure. Let me bring you into this map. This probably can't. Anyone, you can see the map?
Yep.
See a pretty good portion of it.
Who's Pat?
Yep.
I see Pat in the corner.
Pat? Oh,
Yeah.
Patreon. It's a map that's from Pat. It's me, Pat. No, Patreon. Stepeku makes amazing maps. I strongly encourage everyone to support his art and work. Shout out. Cool. So, and sitting in this throne in the middle at the very top of the series of stairs. So imagine that there's gold quite about everywhere, statues that are everywhere, chests, just endless amounts of vast fortune. But what draws your eye is this creature that is sitting, or this individual that is sitting, unmoving on a throne, directly looking down upon you.
There's a lot of money around this, right?
Yes, there is a lot of.
Okay. Pox visibly shaking.
Money.
Somebody might want to hold him.
Yeah, I'll definitely hold him back.
Okay.
I don't know
I
if you guys
mean,
can make out.
I've ran off and gone whatever I wanted to, so feel free. I'm never gonna hold anybody back from being excited.
And there, standing in front, is this completely, like, wrapped around, tightly wound creature. You have made the. Please go to my scepter.
Oh wow, Pock, did you say money or mummy?
Money.
Still sounds the same.
I will push Karani's character Alessa forward. You have the scepter.
The curse.
Good. What of the pearl?
Lift it.
I cannot. Oh my.
I'll start walking behind Alyssa and kind of shadowing where you go.
Are you taking Pac with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's still shaking.
Oh, I did something wrong with this. Oops.
A really big room.
Yeah, yeah. It's meant to be a
Oh.
tiny bit smaller, but it's okay.
I think the map broke for me. It just
Refresh. Hit F5.
Oh, okay.
I'll follow behind everybody.
You push forward this enormous chasm, enormous room.
Yeah.
He's looking down at you, unmoving. His eyes, his mouth unmoving, and it's almost like this force, his voice that just kind of carries through. And you can see that the bit of water that is in the chamber, in which there are countless bodies floating and have been buried with it. Chariots that are underwater, these embalmed creatures, horses, camels. There's countless riches. Water that is flowing in a desert, locked away. And when he speaks, there's these ripples that the sound wave of his voice kind of push through. Earn the scepter. Rightful. All trace of amusement and rhyme is absolutely stripped away from his.
Meller's just going for it.
Okay, so there is I didn't put it here, but there is a wall. There's and
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
yeah, and he's put it.
Is there like can we insight check dead people?
You sure can.
Somebody might want to do that. Poke's not one to do something like that.
I can do it on the basis that I'm a bit worried that it's going to be out of our reach, and so is he.
Yeah.
So you can I mean you can try to read his tone. Give me an insight as you're
Oh
kind
my
of
god.
as you're
Sorry.
kind of hesitating. He will motion, like he will actually start to move very slowly and deliberately, and motion to the right side or his right to your left. The vast riches. Then he does so. There's like this faint black ash that kind of floats from his hand and cakes it, and he says, "Half what is in this chain." Oh. Insight, Meldor. Let me see. Enough.
I just saw the dead guy in the room, so I kind of freaked out for a second.
You believe him? But you believe him?
How high is the platform?
Maybe 10. He's about 25 feet away diagonally from you. The smell and the stench that is coming off this place is wondrous. With the riches and vast array of the mountains of gold that sit to your left that are now covered in this ash, he has said, "You've returned what is rightful. I will live curse. Have half what I possess."
So wait, the gold is now covered in ash.
Mm-hmm. To indicate, that's how he indicated what would be yours. He wanted to mark it. And there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of.
But so, Alyssa, something seems wrong here. Like they didn't come down here.
I know,
They got
it's
this
very
stuff
wrong.
from somewhere else. And there were a bunch of. You said there were gods on that statue. Like
Yes.
all the gods.
Yes. They're keeping him in here for a reason.
We still have that book.
Mm-hmm. You have it.
Oh. Poke's not paying attention to the book. If anyone wants to grab it off him, he's just still vibrating.
I will ask us nicely.
Come get it. And I start backing up.
Hey.
Come on, big guy.
All right. So with that, are we sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll call out to Alyssa to try to smash it.
All right. So it is. It's 10:30. Are we? I said about 3.5 hours. This is likely, if we're getting in a fight, about to take half an hour. We good with that?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Squirrely, Wiz.
I cleared out my schedule. I'm good.
All right. Then, let me. You will then roar out. Then let this be, O grave as well. And he will begin to rise and lift his arms with him, and from the waters all around you, the water will begin to gurgle as creatures begin to form and push through. Rise, my guardians, and retrieve what is mine. I'm gonna ask you all, then roll initiative.
Why? It's the same as before. That's not fair.
Give me a second. The partake. Closer. Hey, how are you, Liz? Mercy. Mercy. Okay. And
Scorpions, that's cool. Or the skeletons riding the scorpions.
they are.
That's cool.
Alright, top of the round. Well, the skeletons can't actually go by themselves, so it will defer to the giant scorpion. What is it? One. Okay, the scorpion begins to scurry, pulling out of the water. It is completely... It is not alive. Let's just say this is a very undead giant scorpion that is pushing out with a skeleton rider bearing a rested over scimitar that is just running along the water. 10, 15. And it's gonna dash, so 60, 65, 80. Alright. Kagdar, who cannot actually directly attack you without a... Yeah. So, use a... Until his next turn, every undead creature you watch as he raises his hands gets surrounded by a dark and thickened shield of ash, rendering them somewhat a little bit harder to deal with. And this giant scorpion, this one will also move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he cannot attack as it dashes up to you. Oops. Didn't mean to move you. Alright, Pock. You're up. Directly next to you is an enormous undead giant scorpion.
Am I still being held?
No.
Or has Meldor let me go?
Oh, Meldor, did you pick him up?
Well, she was holding
I
me.
would let him go. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Remind me where the gold piles are. Are they like?
They're like basically up here. So if I ping it, all of this side. Let me use a marker. This.
Mhm.
All filled with gold. This. All filled with gold. And all around the sides here, they're like these pots and stuff. And then in the water are like these countless armies and like terracotta soldiers that are also kind of sitting in there, right? That help?
That helps.
But the money's all kind of up there. A big chunk of it.
Okay. So Hog will do the goblin thing and disengage as a bonus action.
Sure.
He's gonna go after the gold.
As he's running, you're gonna hear him say "money," and
No.
he's gonna be shooting the scorpion over in front of him.
Okay.
Ish. How do I ping this one?
You got which one? Yeah, you got it. You disengage. Pull out your bow and take some shots. There's a giant. There's like this skeleton that's riding on top of it.
Boop. Are they individual targets or?
Yeah, so you can either shoot the scorpion or the skeleton. I was looking for a stat block that was like a half man, half scorpion thing, but I couldn't find that. So
Just flavor the scorpion, the rock from the scorpion.
yeah, basically, exactly. The scorpion king.
The Scorpion King, that's what it was, yeah.
8.
Does an 8 hit?
+1 9. No, 9 goes flying off. And you hear the boop hits the water.
Money.
24 definitely hits, though. The second bolt lands in the tail of the scorpion. Roll damage. And you're shooting the scorpion, not the skeleton, right?
The Scorpion, correct. So that's 8 damage +1, because it's a +1 short bow, so 9.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the extra 3 damage to it.
That is enough as you shoot it and just kind of disintegrates and breaks like a pottery, leaving the scorpion or the scorpion to melt away and the skeleton to remain there, sort of landing.
And I'm just gonna finish my movement over on this. Oh, sorry.
Go
This
pick your next.
square-ish? Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Go pick her up.
So the scorpion is down.
One of the scorpions is down, but the burgling and
there's-
gurgling in the water is ongoing.
Yeah, but there's a skeleton that is now.
Yes. And directly in front of you, there is a scorpion with a skeleton on its back, sort of striding astride of it. The scorpion.
Oh, so he shot this scorpion.
Yes,
Okay. I thought he was shooting this scorpion.
he
which
was
is
not.
fine. Okay, that's fine. I guess seeing Pock's ability to take out the said scorpion fairly easily, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go get this one. Wait, is this the final boss? I'm like super excited. I'll head like over this way.
You
And
hear in the back of your mind like Latin music chorus that's kicking off. This is definitely Sephiroth.
How are the scorpions large compared to us?
They're 10 feet wide. Their tails reach like 12 feet in height. They're enormous.
Okay, so seeing him take out the one scorpion, I think I'm going to try to punch out one of the legs of the scorpion that's in front of me.
You got it. But they're
And-
reinforced by like the ashen armor that was provided by Khadgar. They make
Okay.
them a little bit harder to hit. Not that hard. You land a punch into the leg and it just breaks under. Your roll damage.
For my bonus action, I roll my dice set and I said, "Oh, but I only rolled a 6. I mean, nobody fails to this." And I roll my damage.
5 points of damage. Nice. First attack. And
And
then
then
let
I-
you blow out one of its 6 legs. Just.
I go to hit the leg again.
Okay. Also land your hit in the other leg. The first one just having been completely exploded. The second leg also following along.
And being impressed by Pox damage, I will use my flurry of blows then as well, because I'm inspired now.
Okay.
Just randomly like going into a flurry of action.
Nice.
I'm the action hero.
Roll damage. You punch it once to the left of the leg. That leg explodes. Punch it right to the right of the leg. That leg explodes. You headbutt the scorpion. It explodes in a shattering shower of ash and bone, leaving just the skeleton to fall in front of you. You still have one more attack from your flurry of blows as the skeleton just lands, blade in hand, and getting ready to strike you. You can attack one more time.
I'll attack the skeleton.
Go for it. And you crit. Roll damage. Topic feeling himself. So roll another d6 on top of it. So that is, I'll take the d6. So total of 10 damage. Nice. The skeleton, its entirety, the left side of the skeleton just gets shattered. The ribs crumple, and it's basically just like half a skull sitting on a spine with a blade, barely holding together, but still holding together and ready to swing. Anything else that Topic would like to do?
I'll turn towards Mother and List and say, "These are not the ones that will defeat us." And I'll turn back to the skeleton and say, "This is so cool." As I'm like basically whispering to the skeleton.
Hey, the other scorpion will get to go. Okay. 20 in the top there. Next is what skeleton? Can't go. He'll hold his action to attack if he gets close enough. Meldor, you're up.
Okay, so any advancing skeleton, the closest one to me, I will bonus action Hunter's Mark it.
Skeleton? There's this one that Meldor or Topic attack.
Well, the other one that's kind of on top of the scorpion still.
Sure.
It's running at us.
Yep.
I'll Hunter's Mark that one.
Okay.
And then I will attack it.
20 definitely hits. For where's your damage? I'm so turned around. Total 10 damage.
10 plus the Hunter's Mark one.
So you have to
D6.
roll a d6, yeah.
I think it did, didn't it, from the Hunter's Mark? Well,
I
I'll
don't,
just roll it.
I don't see it, no.
3 more.
So a total of 13 damage.
Yeah,
Your arrow?
and then,
Yes, so 10 plus 3, right?
Yeah.
So your arrow just passes through the middle where the spine connects to the head, turns it to ash, and the entire skeleton just crumples dead. Or unliving again. The scorpion is now riderless. You have your second shot.
Okay, I will take out the scorpion coming at us then.
Okay.
You can move them to Hunter's Mark, right? The
I
bonus
think it's
action?
I think it's a bonus
Yeah,
action division.
I used my bonus action then.
Okay.
So I'll just shoot at it.
Got it. 27 hits, my god. 20 damage? Holy crap. In one shot, the skeleton. The second shot, the scorpion just shatters in the shower of, again, ash. It is gone. Anything else, Meldor?
I'll just use a free action to call out again to whatever you do, just get rid of the scepter. Destroy it. Don't let him get it.
It's the skeleton that's next to Topic who's going to attack you. Woohoo! I get to attack Topic with this. Let's see. 23 hits, right?
Sure does.
Topic, this thing that's been sort of moseying on about actually swings and catches you like beneath the shoulder and draws its blade. It's jagged and it's like rusted blade and it rips some flesh and muscle. That really freaking hurt. There's blood. It goes splattering and the skeleton just stands there.
I will respond with, "Ow! What? I didn't think we were hitting people. What? God! What?" Well, it's like all flabbergasted at this point because I actually am hurting.
There. You can't do anything. Alessa, you're up.
Alright, I am going to How can I destroy this thing? I want to try to put the holy water on it. See if it sizzles it.
Oh, on who?
On the scepter.
Oh, go for it.
I don't know
No,
how to roll
you
for that.
Yeah, you don't need to. You take the holy water that's in your wineskin and begin pouring it on the scepter. As you do so, you watch the scepter begins to like burn, and Khadgar begins to roar out. No, you do not know what you are doing. I need you to roll a d20, please.
Do I?
Just a slash roll 1d20, like this, but without the dot. You watch as the bandages around Khadgar begin to burn and turn as fire begins to consume him. So he suffers 19 points of damage. And he roars his hatred towards you. We had an agreement. Anything else, Alyssa?
Had. That was my action, right?
Mm-hmm. You have a bonus action left.
I do. I'm going to go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh.
Where are you plonking it?
Can I actually place it?
You can tell me where you want it because the game, like, I don't think the system. I'll put a pixie that'll represent it. I'll give you control, and then you can. So I'll put a pixie here.
And it's a halberd.
Nice. Let me give you control of pixie halberd. So where's Alyssa owns it. I'm gonna call this halberd. And we need to. I'm gonna rebring it. Let me know if you're able to move, halberd.
His name is definitely Halbert, not Halberd.
Mhm.
Halbert.
Yep, I can move it.
Perfect. So you plonk there, this ethereal and then slowly solidifying spiritual weapon made of divine energy of Helm appears floating in the air. Anything else?
I think that's it for right now.
Perfect. Top of the round, skeleton will wander up to poke 20 and attempt to swing at you.
Nope.
10. Now it goes to Khadgar.
He's vibrating too hard.
Who
He's
will-
about to hit.
Again, roar again. And from the waters surrounding you, larger and more menacing looking undead creatures begin to manifest and draw themselves. These hulking colossi, again, cast in bone and fur at this point. Some pieces of meat still tattered to them. These long wooden or bone horns that are just sticking out begin to make their way out of the water. Let me put it in place. That's one. Guardians, protect your master. I need to add them to the initiative. Oh, lucky for me, one of them gets to go now. Fun. 5, 10, 15, 20. 40. 35, 40. Just out of range, as it is literally a wizard running towards you. With every footstep, the water, very Jurassic Park kind of rumbling. This 10-foot Minotaur skeleton just hauling ass at you with an enormous great axe. Poke, you're up.
Just gonna do goblin things again and disengage.
Yeah.
Money!
And on the way up, I will shoot at the. So am I elevated right now? Like, what's?
This is about 10 feet up. Yeah, you need to climb up if you want to do that.
Okay.
Which is simple athletics. We'll let you do that. The DC 10.
C10. All right. All right. So first, let me just get up to the wall. Boop.
Yep.
And you said athletics?
Yep. Because it's a physical, right? You're trying to climb up.
Yeah.
Unless you give me a description of some kind of parkour stuff, then acrobatics is also welcome.
I'll jump off the walls all ninja-like. Wow.
Nice. Then you can use acrobatics.
Wow.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 7. You jump off the wall, fail, slip, bang the wall, and fall down. You have 5 feet of movement left. You don't take any damage, but you're not able to scale the wall this turn.
Poke's just kind of like reaching up, like a child asking for gimme uppies.
Yeah.
Money.
And he'll start shooting at the scorpion, I believe.
Okay, go for it.
His poor little legs. 21.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
9 damage.
To the scorpion?
Yep.
Okay, you almost break it in half. It's still kind of holding together, but it's looking very hurt.
And sorry. Can I add the +3 damage after the fact?
Sure you can. The scorpion just disintegrates.
And then I'll shoot again.
Okay.
This time I will shoot I'll just shoot one of the skeletons.
Okay. Which one?
Let's say this one.
Okay, you got it. 9,
Is it
unfortunately. Poof, your arrow kind of slips out of the string and just tumbles over, hits the skeleton, and falls ineffectually on the floor.
Technically a 10, but I assume it doesn't matter.
10 does not hit either, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wait. No, 10 does not hit. I just wanted to.
Alright, yeah. He's very sad.
Anything else for Pope?
Nope.
Popic, you're up.
Since the skeleton actually hurt me, I'm going to go full force. But my bonus action is roll my dice set.
We'll say it's a free action just because Flurry of Blows is
Okay.
technically a bonus action. That's fine.
Sure. Okay. I guess that's true, technically. And it's just flavor, really, more than
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. That's fine.
But
You're rolling your dice.
I roll my dice, and I go to punch the skeleton in the face because I'm actually kind of upset right now.
Okay. It's like somebody, yeah, magic missile and does it a bit too hard in your face. Oof, the punch goes wide.
I attack again.
Exact same spot. Oof, the punch goes wide again.
I flurry blows because I'm really upset.
Okay, use the key point. Channel your energies. Land a hit. Clean. Roll damage. You snap it in the hip bone. It breaks and the skeleton just folds on itself. Is no more. You have one more flurry of blow attack.
But I'm not in melee range, right?
You can move, yeah.
But can I move, attack, and then move again?
100%.
Or that's gonna be, but that's gonna be creative attack of opportunity, right?
No. There's nothing
Moving
near
a
that's gonna attack you within range.
But if I go to the Minotaur though, right? If I go like move towards it,
You'd have to go in range of it and then move away, and then it would
Move
get
away.
attack of opportunity.
yeah.
Real quick, Rackham, I don't know if this portrait is supposed to be on the map. There's like a really tiny green something right
This thing?
up. Yeah, that thing.
That's
That's Crownie's summoned Halbert.
Oh.
I just give her
Okay,
a pixie token to control to put wherever she wants her spiritual weapon.
It's
Okay.
the Halbert.
That caught me off guard for a second.
It's the secret. You found it.
He had
What?
money on the
This is
brain.
the solution to the entire puzzle. The Topic, you've got one more flurry of blow attack left.
I don't think I want to do another flurry of blows. Like, I mean, I can. I'm okay. Hang on.
You've used the
you're
key
gonna-
point, so you don't have to. You don't have to do the last attack if you don't want.
No,
You-
I think. Okay, so doing what my character would do, I think I would like run away behind Alessa and Meldor, and be like, they actually hit me.
There's blood
Like-
that's like sort of soaking into your tunic.
Yeah, like what? Are you guys like, what part of like adventuring are you doing right now? And I just like stopped there in disbelief as I like looking over the situation.
The skeleton will mosey on towards Alessa. 5, 10, 25. I think it has 30. Okay, it will attack you once. You have the scepter, Alessa. It will attack you for 21.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Takes 6 points of piercing damage as it drives the sword. It just catches you in the wrist and draws a bit of blood. The Minotaur skeleton. This one. Dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. We'll just close the gap even though it can't attack you.
I'm gonna keep pouring the holy water on the scepter. I'm just gonna stare at the skeleton.
Okay, Meldor, you're up. Alessa, you're next.
Okay, you just a quick flag because you said these were Colossus. So I looked at my Colossus Slayer thing, and it only happens once per turn, and only I think if it's below its hit point maximum. So just to
cool.
Repeat. Okay, so I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark on the Colossus that's right in front of Alessa.
You got it.
And then I will attack it. So no Colossus damage.
Got it.
It's 14?
14 hits.
Okay, so 8 plus Hunter's Mark. Another 6.
14 points of damage. Yeah.
And I will attack it again.
You got it. First arrow pierces through. Nice. 19 hits.
And this time the Colossus should trigger.
Yeah, so 14 points of damage.
Plus
Nice.
Hunter's Mark. 16.
Amazing. The 2 shots kind of land in its shoulder blades. The bones kind of... And you watch as the weapon it's holding sags a little bit, but it's still holding the unholy magic that binds it together, is still holding it quickly together. Anything else for Meldor?
Yeah, I'll call out that we're going to be overrun if you don't destroy the scepter soon. And to, what's his name? Wizard's character's name?
Topic.
To Topic. Hit them back!
All right.
Wizards, I think AFK for a second.
Yeah, he said he went AFK for a quick second. That's okay. Anything else, Meldor? Are you moving or are you keeping your ground?
I'll stand my ground.
Alessa, you're up.
Poppin' Spirit Guardians.
Nice. So DC 13 Wisdom saving throw of everything around you, right?
Yep.
Is it at the beginning of their turn? I never remember if it's at the beginning of their turn or when it first shows up. When you cast a spell?
At the beginning of their turns.
Okay,
So every single turn until it ends.
perfect. So not yet then, right? An affected creature.
It actually might.
And when the
pop.
creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Yep.
I guess now, too.
Yes.
So 13 Wisdom saving throw. The Minotaur skeleton fails. And the skeleton probably fails, but okay. Oh wow, my rolls. Chef's kiss. So roll damage, please. 7 points of holy radiant damage. Do you do it out of your mom's sapphire ring, or do you do it out of your shield?
I don't have my shield up yet, so the ring.
Okay. You call out the power of Helm through your shield, and the energy, these spirits that come out. I don't know what your spirits look like. Do you have anything in mind?
Yep, I normally have 2. One is wielding a mace and a great shield, and then one is wielding a halberd.
Nice.
Standard thing for Helm.
Nice. So as these 2 spirits come out, they just smash the skeleton and the Minotaur skeleton. You watch as the small skeleton almost falls apart. The other one takes the hit. Anything else for Alessa? You have a bonus action, right? Is it a bonus action to command your spiritual weapon to move? I don't remember.
I think it is. Let me see. As a bonus, I can move it and attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move Halberd up and directly attack The big guy.
You gotta go for it.
Do I? Does it just?
Oh, it's a D20 plus add your. Oh my gosh, spiritual weapon. Oh, this is a common enough spell. Just click. If you go back up, you can re-click the spell, and then it'll have an attack and damage button there. Oh, you did it already.
I don't know how this is gonna work, so let's try it. Nice.
11 is not quite enough.
That's okay.
Your halberd strikes and it's almost rebuffed by like the magic that surrounds Khadgar.
Meh, that's okay.
Anything else for Alessa?
I'm still pouring that holy water and I haven't stopped.
Oh, right, okay. So just go ahead and roll as flat d20 then, again. $15. Pixie.
Pixie.
You watch as the scepter begins, the decay that it takes it is increasing, and the burning that has started on Khadgar within his sort of protective shell that Halberd can't pierce through is doubled, and the bandages that are around him begin. The holy fire begins to consume him, and he is shouting, "No! You will unleash hell upon this world, and it will be your own doing." Anything
That's
else?
fine. I replaced the barrier outside.
Okay, so the Minotaur is next.
My Spirit Guardians doesn't target the scepter, does it? It doesn't count as a creature?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, that's
15,
fine.
20, 25, 30. Oh, it makes it to Park. This enormous Minotaur skeleton is going to attack you with a great axe. 18?
I think I'm at 17, so that should hit.
Take 25 points of slashing damage as this creature literally runs at you like a baseball bat and drives this great axe into your midriff, pinning you against the wall before sickeningly pulling it out. There's a spray of green blood that goes flying on the ground. That frickin' hurt.
Pock's gonna, like, right before the hit, he's just gonna turn to the Minotaur and really sadly say, "Money?" And then take the hit.
Yeah, and you're just kind of pinned to the wall, and there's just like green blood that just goes flying on the floor. The other
so
Minotaur...
do I change my health myself?
I did it for you.
Oh,
I
thank
did
you.
not, but I will actually. Sorry, I will do that for you. Apply damage. There. The other Minotaur. I think it is. Heck. It is this guy. 5. Oops. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 80. 60, 70, 75, 80. There. Top of the round. The skeleton, who is somehow still alive, will run to you, Maldor, and hit the spiritual weapon. So it's a DC 13, right?
Yep.
You're not clever. He takes damage. Roll damage for me, please. As it steps in, it just evaporates as the hit of the mace just sends it flying into its deserved unlife. It is now Khadgar's turn, and as he is continually burning, he will use his last bit of summoning of the final creatures that dwell in this place, as he knows his time is short. You do not know the madness that will afflict this world. This is not a prison for me. It is a prison by me. And with that, he will summon further madness. Second. Oops. Oh. Sorry. I lost it. I forgot to download it. Let me do that now. Okay, it's all good. But cool. And here, from the very bottom, near the bottom of the platform where you guys had arrived. An enormous shape, 2-3 times even taller than the Minotaur skeletons themselves, and shrieking. The shape of a beast that is enormous, rows of jagged teeth, a long skeletal tail with still flesh attached to it. Oh, it's not quite big enough. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see him.
It's a dinosaur.
Skeleton Minotaur will now go. And there is an Alessa over here with a scepter that it really wants. I will make the wisdom saving throw. Or try to. Fail. Roll damage, please. My gosh. Oof. Nice. As it steps in, it kind of takes a big hit, but pushes through as its difficulty. So 5, 10, 20, and 30. And gets right up against your lesson. Will attack its great axe. Does 11 hit?
No.
Misses entirely. Hawk, you're up. Topic, you're next.
Okay. So, taking a page out of the harpies that he fought earlier, he's gonna try getting the high ground.
Got it.
So, first he's gonna do goblin things because he's a goblin. Disengage.
Yep.
Okay, so how much movement does it take to attempt to go up the wall?
So it's no, if you wanna, it's double. It's like difficult terrain, so it would cost you 10 feet of movement to cross.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's 10 feet high and you're so short, it's still going to be an athletics or an acrobatics check. The DC is still 10.
DC is still 10. Okay. Real quick, what does the what came out of the south of the room? Is it like a dinosaur or a dragon? What am I looking at?
You've never. I mean, it's a T-Rex zombie.
T-Rex zombie. Okay.
But the hawk is just like a big lizard that's undead and is sort of like. In fact, I think I have a sound effect for it, but keep going.
How high are the walls?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. I will. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry. The ceilings. How?
The ceilings? Oh, they're like probably 60 feet in height. You guys came walking down. You passed through. Yeah, this is a fairly large chamber. It's weird. It shouldn't fit in here, but somehow it fits into the pyramid. The size doesn't seem to make sense.
Okay. Hawk will cast Fly on himself.
Okay.
And he will start flying this way, kind of like above the group, and like diagonally. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Hold on.
That's your action, right?
Yeah, that's my action.
Okay. Disengage and you begin flying.
Huh?
Silently, noiselessly taken to the sky. Where do you want to go?
I want to get closer to the group, but I do want at least like 20 feet up in the air or
That's
something.
fine. I'll just, yeah, you move, let's just, I don't care about Euclidean, like, this is not Mathland,
Okay.
so just, you're 30 feet and 20 feet up, I don't care, it's fine.
Cool. Here.
Guess that's your turn then?
That's all I could do, yeah.
Go pick her up.
Now fearing for his life. Actually, so this is raised up here,
Yes, it's 10 feet up.
and all the voices of this one is sort of what he has heard in the scepter before.
Yes. Well, it's definitely less friendly than it was in the Scepter.
Sure, but still recognizable.
Correct.
I don't know what to do, but I think
The voice has been saying, "Relinquish it. I will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams." It is the right thing.
This is still like how so this is a body in wrappings, right?
Yes, it's a mummy.
And how large is the body in the wrappings?
It is enormous. It is, Titan-like. I don't know. It's twice the size of the Minotaur. It's like the same size as the zombies T-Rex that appeared the other way, and that is like 20 feet high, 20 feet wide. It's enormous. And from the Khadgar, there's like these trails. Think Ra from, what is it, Thundercats? Or whatever his name was? Amun Ra?
Watch Thundercats. That's so weird too, because I grew up in the age of Thundercats. I never watched Thundercats.
What?
It's so stupid. I know,
okay,
right?
so he's got like these. What? All right,
I
I'm so
know,
shocked.
I know.
Fine. Like these big stripes of like you know, that are floating off him, but it's on fire. It's on fire. Like Khadgar is definitely on fire at this point as well.
Okay. This might be bad. Oh, so Pock's over me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will say to Pock, do you have the book?
I do have the book, right?
I thought you saw.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then he'll just like kind of like shuffle through his bag and be book.
I mean, I don't know what it'd take for him to drop it, but I would basically
It's a free
say,
action. He can drop
it
the
to
book.
me, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, he can totally drop the book.
And I would attempt to catch the book.
He will chuck it at your head.
Easily enough.
Wow.
Make a quick dex check, but the DC's like 8.
Let me check.
You catch the book.
Barely. Nice. And then I want to like run up here.
Okay, so that's an acrobatics check or athletics, depending how you get up there.
Athletics is a teeny bit better, so I guess I'll do that one.
Okay, yeah, you easily hop it. Pock, you're a little bit jealous. He just runs up and like 2-foot jumps it like it's nothing.
I probably should have said this beforehand, but Alyssa, throw me the scepter.
What?
This is the danger zone.
Highway to the.
You don't want him to get it.
I will. Wait, how do I say this? I will give it to him where the sun don't shine. I don't.
No, you don't want it anywhere near him, sweetie.
Trust me, I've been through this level before.
Oh god.
I know the cheat code.
I mean, you can choose not to trust me. That's fine.
Is
but-
there anything else Topik wants to do?
Nope. That's all I say.
Okay.
You could hold an action, I think, still.
Yeah,
right?
you can hold your action.
Or you could
Yeah.
go into a dodge action or something.
Yeah, I mean,
You're waiting for. Let's see if Alessa gives you the scepter. What do you want to do with it?
catch it
Yes.
and then finish my run to. Okay. I mean, I will tell you what my plan is. My plan is to protect it with the. So the books are So the books are made of skin, right?
Mhm.
And oddly enough, this character who seems very, naive to everybody else, has actually been paying attention, and the skin of dead people will actually protect the scepter as I run up towards it. So I'd put the scepter into the book and hide it basically, and as I get up to the mummy, I want to stab it with the scepter.
Okay.
Because my character does not think that all of the shit that's going on down here is something that we all can survive. So he's looking for a not a cheat, but a way to end it sooner than what these monsters will allow us to.
Okay.
Is my character's mindset. So
At the end of your turn, Topik,
that's what I
skeleton will
do.
make a wisdom saving throw. And oh my dude, how many times? All right, roll damage, please. Another mace. The skeleton explodes. The Minotaur skeleton will do the same. Wisdom throw. Roll. Damage. It will attempt to swing at you with the scepter. 18?
That just hits.
For 20 points of, what is it, slashing damage? Yes. As the great axe comes down, you bring your shield up. It bites through a little bit, and biting into your forearm, that hurt. As it pulls out, there's a gout of blood. Oh, did you not pull out your shield? You did, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So he brings that onto your enormous shield, and just like the strength of it drives you a little bit down. As it pulls up, you don't quite fall down to your knees, but your forearm is bruised and cut.
That's fine.
Meldor, you're up.
So I don't know if this is an action or a bonus action, but I'm kind of the same mind with we're not going to survive all of these guys. So I'm going to try what we did at the entrance where, I don't know, it seemed like the kerchief, the stuff on the kerchief maybe triggered something. So I'm going to pull that back out and rub it on the scepter that is also getting holy water. Let's see if anything happens.
Okay, so you want to take the bloody kerchief and rub it on the scepter?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Maybe you don't need to roll for that. Alessa's pouring this, like, holy water on it out of her wineskin. She's almost, like, finished it. D&D would be great if it weren't for the players doing really unexpected things. Well, I'm gonna ask you to roll a d20 for me, please. 18, okay. As you rub the unholy blood against the scepter, which is not part of Kagdar in any shape or form, the scepter also begins to sizzle, this weird mix of holy and unholy. However, the reaction of it also kind of splashes onto you, Meldor. You suffer 18 points of necrotic damage, just as Kagdar himself suffers 18 points of necrotic damage.
You should be careful.
Wait, did I?
Okay.
Wait, I applied double damage to you. Hang on.
I was gonna
sorry,
say that's
because
a
I
36
it.
damage. Okay.
Oh, you had done it as well?
It,
You had done it. Well, you had done it as well? Okay. Meldor, that hurt. That is... Are you still there? Hello?
Yeah.
Cool. You still have an action. That was one action.
Okay. Then I will attack the guy with the hunter's mark on him.
Which one? Can you remind me?
This one here. I
Okay,
believe.
go for it.
And the Colossus should work this time.
You have to roll at disadvantage because there is somebody in your melee range. Roll again.
Okay.
15 is still good enough. 14.
Plus the hunter's mark with all roll left.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? That's just enough damage to kill the Minotaur skeleton. You know what I forgot to do? Alright. Whoa, did I roll so low that it has 0 for initiative? How is that? Oh my god, dude. My rolls tonight out of this world. So I'll give him an initiative of 1 because it has to be. Oh. But bottom of the round. Okay, Meldor, that creature has died. What else do you want to do?
Do I have a bonus action still?
Yes, you do.
Can I move my hunter's mark to the other, or I guess the other one in the spirit guardian space?
Got it. Spirit. Which one is it? I'm just gonna pick one. Hunter's mark. It is Hunter's mark. Anything else?
Nope.
Are you moving?
Nope.
Okay, Alessa. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I want to see if I can snap the rod.
Okay.
If the holy water is weakened enough to where I can snap it.
Alright, go ahead and make just a straight up... Are you just like, you putting it on your leg and like snapping it, or just like, how are you snapping it?
You know how like if you ever gone camping and you try to snap like a branch to like put it in the fire?
Like against your thigh
Basically,
kind of thing?
I was thinking you put it on the ground, put your foot on it, and then wrench it upward.
Yeah, got it. Sure, go ahead and give me a straight... Okay, so this is going to be a strength check. Wait, before you roll, I'll tell you the DC. So it is at a third of its... It's very close. The DC started at 25, 18... It's a DC of 13, strength.
If my strength is above that, does it automatically succeed?
No, it's just still a strength check, unfortunately, I guess. So you have it and you're trying to...
Yeah.
You might...
Trying to
Yeah, trying to snap it.
manhandle it.
Or woman handle it in this case.
What?
Bang on as you put your boot down. You call to the holy power of Helm as you begin to pull up, your muscles straining, the shoulders popping with the effort.
Yep.
Looming over you, the skeleton minotaur bringing down the axe towards
Yep.
your neck. With a thundering shockwave, the entirety of the chamber falls silent. Every creature suddenly stops moving and withers away as this shockwave spreads and blows them away like dust, like a very T2 Terminator 2 scene, as each one of them is blown away by the nuclear strike that is emanated centered around you. And as the shockwave climbs up the stairs, snuffing out the lights that are around the chamber, as it hits Kagdar, you hear the voice say, "You have to." As its shape begins to disembody and turn to ash. The chamber falls eerily silent. The lights snuffed out, plunging the entirety of the room into deep darkness. Foundations
But nobody
of
can
the
really
pyramid
see it, so
begin to
I think we gotta get out of here.
Yep.
What do you
Poke's
guys
gonna
want to
attempt
do?
it. Poke's gonna attempt to grab some money.
That's fine. You're still flying, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's fine. Do your little gobbledygook thing.
Hey, roll me a D. Roll me 2 D12s. Poke.
And I'm just trying to shove it all into my my bottle.
You got it. You're able to collect 120 gold pieces that you just shove in as you're starting to lose balance, and like it's hard to kind of get it in there. The foundations, everything's shaking. There are now, you hear pieces of just breaking apart all around you. The entryway, which is to the south of you, the walls are beginning to shudder and shake. What do you guys want to do?
All right, let's get out of here, guys.
Start running.
I run and leap and run as fast as I can. This is not what I signed up for. In my mind, I'm like, meow.
Okay. You guys push and run, bobbing and weaving through all the dangers just for brevity's sake. And this pyramid begins to just collapse in and of it. In on itself. You're able to run back up the stairs as pieces of ancient stones are just collapsing in and around your way. You dodge out of the way, making your way rapidly with expertise. Some of you richer than others, carrying some booty with you. And eventually you do arrive back towards the mouth of the pyramid and stumble outside, running down the stairs that are now crumbling behind you. This multi-tiered pyramid, the statues outside flaring to life. And as the pyramid begins to collapse, you butt against this golden field that's around the pyramid. Let me bring you back to where we were before. Oops. You run down the stairs, and the energy, if you so choose, does not stop you from passing the threshold. Poke, as you push through, your bottle is snapped out of your hand and falls in the sand. The book, the book that's still in your hands, I'm guessing, Topek?
Yes, it would be my hands. Yeah.
Does not pass through the barrier.
Okay.
Do you want to stay with the book, or do you want to leave the book?
My character is leaving the book behind. He's fleeing for his life. He's like this way.
Okay, so as you push against the barrier, the book like kind of begins to, and then just it's sucked out of your hand, falls behind you.
Yep. Don't care.
Poke, what do you do with the bottle as it jumps out of your hand?
You need that, don't you?
I do need my
Dump the gold. I'll get
Pokes-
you more.
Poke's like getting scolded by Elisa, So he's just like really sadly pouring, like just dumping his gold out of his bottle. Just money.
Come on, baby. Come on.
He's just like shaking it out.
As you're dumping the gold in the sand and they're hitting, and as they come out, there's like this ash that was put on them. They're like, the pyramid begins to fall. The sand begins to rush inwards. As the pyramid falls and falls, the sands begin to pour and swallow. And still deeper and deeper, the pyramid falters and falls into a hole that is continuing and continuing. The entirety of the sand around you now is rushing inwards. You are slammed against the shield that sits here, but from the outside, unable to push through. Topik, you have begun to run away, but the sand is being pulled against you. You're trying to run against it, sort of on the waves. You kind of stay, but after a while, you're just kind of swept in the current as the sand is rushing. And over the course of the next 8 hours, the sand is pushing. You are at the whim of it being jammed against it, and slowly begins to cake around the dome. You're pushed further up and up.
Sorry, very quickly. Poke still has a flight speed. Would
Sure,
it still be
yeah.
affecting him?
You know what? You can fly for the next hour, right?
Yeah, I think it's for like the next hour.
Sure. So for the next hour, you see your friends being like sort of pushed against. They're not taking damage. They're just kind of found a spot that they're suffering this endless wave that is just pushing through them.
Poke's gonna yell out really quick. Poke can save one. And
Over
he's
this,
just gonna like
the course of
just
you
like,
guys hear the sand just, and in the distance you hear a small voice saying, "I say one."
yeah, he's just trying to like make aware that he could give somebody else a flight speed.
Take one of them.
Okay.
So definitely take Topik. He's
My
floundering.
character is selfish enough to be like, I didn't sign up for this.
Okay, so he's just gonna like do a flyby smack in the head of Topik
Sure.
and give him a flight.
So Topik, for the next you and Poke for the next hour, hover above, and you can land like on the top of the dome, which is like fairly flat, and you watch from the height that you have as this for 8 hours, battered and bruised, the sand is sucked in as half of the desert is pulled into this hole, and still it is not filled, and still the chasm runs deep inside this abyssal hole that was locked away by the gods, now been reopened thanks to a group of adventurers known as Cutting Edge. And this is where we'll leave it off. Well done, you guys. I'm not sure what exactly is in this hole. I don't think you guys know what's in it. But that was fun. At least for me. So, with that, I guess, for anybody who's still watching, thank you for tuning in. We'll do a debrief off stream, I think. And we'll be... I just want to shout out again, I guess, the players one more time. So we had Wizard138. Shout out to Wizard138. Shout out Wizard138. Thank you for joining me, Wizard138. We had the lovely Karani, a mod on Wizard's channel, who takes no nonsense from anybody. Did great tonight with Alyssa. We had Hootie joining us, who is not a Twitch streamer and is still equally awesome. And we had Swirly, who played Among Us the other day and did really well, and I think beat me at the game. Terrifying. Thank you for joining me, Swirly tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. Hope anybody who was watching had a fun time as well. Hopefully we'll be doing some more one-shots. If you're interested, please join the Discord, !Discord. Let me know that you are keen on this. I'd be love to have you as well. Have a good night, everyone, and have a great rest of your... Alright, I've muted the stream. We can keep talking for a second. Okay, I hope you guys had fun. I kind of stopped it because it's